Right. Yeah. 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 I'm back. I'm back. Me, Salacious Rum, your fearless leader, leader of the Monkey-LiZaRD army, and Chief Lego Stud, and keeper of the harem of the special lady friend Brick Babes. I'm back. And we're doing stuff again. Bob, what are we doing? We are building Lego again. Welcome everybody to the Lego Studs. It is 3:30 in the UK, 26th of August, the year of our Lord, and we are having another chilled day. So let's move the camera and have a little look-see about what we're doing today. Yesterday we completed, I'll show you this, we completed, in fact I'm going to move the camera onto the, it goes better on the floor I think. Yeah. I'm going to show you what we did yesterday. Ooh. Okay. So, yesterday we completed the Ecto 1. Have a look at this puppy. How about that? Now, bear in mind, this is an AliExpress Ecto 1. And there's the Ghostbusters over there. I'd say this was a pretty good build. And considering I think it was £8 compared to, I don't know how much the Lego one is, but it's got to be 30 or 40 quid, maybe even more. I'd say this one is well worth it. If you're in for an Ecto, then check out the AliExpress one. It's not a bad option. And here is the Ghostbusters. See? Not bad. Not bad. Today, we are building a mini. We started this yesterday. This is as far as we've got. So we're going to finish it today. Got the exhaust pipe in. Got the front reg on. So, and obviously, we've taken advice from the puzzle master himself, Mr. Blobby. And unlike other channels that struggle, we are utilizing the theory of color striations to help us get through these crazy instructions. If only other channels had the foresight to use such incredible theories. But instead they struggle on for months on single puzzles. I know one channel in particular that's been working on one puzzle for about 4 months. Quite a basic 100-piece Disney puzzle, by all accounts. Seem to struggle. Hi, Kara. How you doing, darling? Hello. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. Good morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning there to you. Let's go to this view. There we go. And I've already had my breakfast. Well, I don't know what it is. I've got a headache. I've had a headache the last 2 days. So I'm on the ibuprofen. I'm on the water. I don't know why. It's coincided with me drinking lots of iced tea. I think that's a problem. Very good, Cap. The link's in the top. Come on, hang out with me. Come and be my friend. We can hang out together. Hey, Nathan. How you going, fella? How's it going, dude? Nathan, I've got a package to send to you. I will get to it. I've had a package for you for ages. You won some comics on one of my streams, and I've also got a Salacious Rum swag set. And it's all packed up. I just haven't put it in the post. I'm really sorry. But I am doing some post next week, so that will get out to you next week. So apologies, Nathan. I've had that for ages. I've got some comics that you won on one of my streams that Pod Racing Palpatine had drawn on the front cover. They're amazing. They're really amazing. And I put together a swag bag for you as well. So I'm sorry you've not had that. You will get it. It is on its way. Hey, Duffster. How you going, fella? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're building a mini today. We finished the Ecto 1 yesterday. And now we're building a Mini Cooper. Hey, Rainbow. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for coming along. Hey, Bow. How you going, both? Having a nice chill day today. Of course, the main event later today is happening. The it could be the worst programming ever. It could go down in history as the worst thing ever. Which would be fitting on my channel because I've had a lot of the world's worst, I think. But tonight is the premiere, the first live episode of Fingered by Rum. So if you've got to make sure you've got your finger monsters, because you can only come on the stream if you've got a finger monster. So Gerard's ready. I'm ready, but I'm ever so stressed. Gerard's ready. So exactly, forget the Olympics. Bring on is it the opening ceremony tonight or is it tomorrow? But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what we need. A good, it's what we need, Bal. A good fingering, makes everything, makes everything all right, doesn't it? Right, now I did make some mistakes doing this yesterday, so I've got to just check what I've done and go back a little bit. Yeah. So right. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I need to make sure I'm doing this on camera. I keep forgetting to do stuff on camera. There we go. So I do make mistakes with these sometimes. And there we go. Hey, Jumpy. How's it going, dude? Is it tonight? Well, I'm guessing the Olympic ceremony will be finished by midnight. Which is when the fingering starts. So let me just check BBC listings. BBC Olympic Game Ceremony time. What time is the ceremony? Opening ceremony shown live. It's from 5:45 today. So in a couple of hours. So I think we'll be fine by midnight, I think. It starts at 7:30. It starts at 7:30. Yeah, it'll be done by midnight then. So, people can watch the opening ceremony and then they can come and get fingered. So, hey, G-Force. How you doing? Good to see you. So, if you've not checked out my Salacious's hit new record, Fingered by Rum, it's out now. It's taken the world by storm. It's number 1 in KoWaK, which is a really competitive market. There's 2 ways of listening to it. One, is it's on the YouTube channel. It's in videos, or it's in the playlist MoNKey-LiZaRD Music. Or it's on soundcloud.com/Salacious Rum. And by all accounts, it is it's either well, no, it's not. I was going to say it's either a masterpiece or a travesty. I think it's a travesty, to be totally honest. But it's a thing. It exists. It was cultivated and born into this world, and it's a thing that exists. So there you go. You know, Bow's waiting for the 12-inch. Very good. Very good. Right, I need to go back some steps. I made a right mess of this. I made a right balls up. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm a bit worried about the Olympics, to be honest. I think now is not a good time to be in France. You think it should be the opposite, but it's all kicking off over here at the moment. It's kicking off everywhere, but I don't know. Not getting good juju vibes at the moment. It's very concerning. That's that on that one. So that was correct. To a point, that's correct. So I did all that right. Then it's this bit that I've done wrong. Do we want this up and down? I think we probably do, don't we? I think it's going to be better. I think that's going to be better. There we go. That's going to be better. Not that this is any great craft work that you're watching here, but okay. So this is what I need to get to. How has that jumped? It's this middle piece that I need, isn't it? I don't need that one. I need that one, but I don't need that one. It's this middle piece. There we go. So I'm a big fan of minis, made in Oxford, designed and built in Oxford. And the Mini Cooper had a good stint as a rally car in the 70s. Mini Cooper, yeah. The Olympic cardboard beds, all the rage on the news over here. Oh, is that in the athletes village or something like that? Is it? Right. So I need that. I do need one of those on there. So that was correct. Okay. There are hard lessons that we need to learn in life, but it's okay because we have Mr. Blobby, who is a great teacher and is available to teach people things like the theory of color striations. And Mr. Blobby needs a student, and he now has his Padawan. Blobby is the king, of course. I don't know. Puzzle Queen, has that been earned yet? I don't know if it's been earned yet. Here she is. It's Lady Catherine.
I am not Blobby's apprentice. What is wrong with you? Keep talking smack, sir. Wait until we have the redo, and you're going to be put in your place.
Okay.
So keep it up. Keep it up.
Keep it up. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Not great, but you know. My pain has been kicking my butt for the past 2 days. It's been really, really bad again.
It must get exhausting.
It is. It is. Like people don't understand, like with chronic pain, like it's not just the pain, like it drains you mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally, physically. Like they don't understand like the toll it takes, you know?
Yeah.
So, but on a better note, real quick, like I couldn't help myself last night. We got delivered at like 3 a.m.
Let's have a look. Oh, how awesome.
Because like it's my favorite movie. It's the return of Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then it's got Shin second form.
How many are you
But
missing?
I mean the whole set. I don't have series 5. This is the first time because the ones I've been doing is series 1. But they don't have. I had a coupon. I had a gift certificate on that I forgot about on my Amazon for my car insurance. So I was like, oh, I can get them for cheaper and I can get them next day. So I got 2.
Why not? Why
So
not?
right? Why not? I'm
Why not?
obsessed
Why
with
not?
that.
Why
So
not? Why
yeah.
not?
But I didn't mean to cut you off before. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I totally know. Well, I don't know how we have different. Anyway, I get it.
It,
I get it.
it doesn't matter if it's different. If you have pain, then you understand me. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if you live with arthritis, you kind of have to get used to it,
Yeah.
and you just lump
Arthritis,
it, you know.
fibromyalgia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if you have something that's chronic or whatever, migraines, like you get it. Like it's we may have different situations, but we still have pain and we get it, how draining it is and stuff like that. So, you know.
yeah. Now, General Gap is I can see is backstage wanting to get in. Now,
No.
do we let him in?
I said no.
Yeah.
I'm just
Gap,
kidding, Gab.
you know, to be honest, we'll give you a shot, Gap. We'll give you a shot.
What do you mean, Gabe? What do you mean, no?
Well, you've been a little naughty boy recently. You have been naughty, I think.
What do you mean, naughty?
You have been a bit naughty.
I mean,
Well, you keep seeing the messages that you keep. Oh,
Hello?
that's Cookie Monster.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Are you gonna get fingered tonight?
No.
You're not.
I'm going to bend you over, and I'm
Oh
going
my god.
to stick this up your monkey.
Save that for tonight.
oh, it's Cookie Monster.
No. I am Pierre, the
Oh,
Yeah.
friend.
Pierre, my bad. Sorry.
I
Oh
come
dear God.
to munch on fun bags.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. I told you no, Rum. I told you no.
I
Yep.
just kidding. I just kidding. Yes, this is my debut on Lizard Brick Babe stream Legos.
Is that your attempt at a French accent?
Is that your attempt at a British accent?
You kind of sound more. I don't know.
It kind of
What
sounds like he's
what
trying to do Lumiere's voice, but badly.
Yeah.
do you want me to sound like customer service? Hello, my name is Habib Cookie Monster. I am here to serve you. What can I do?
God, dear Lord, dear Lord. What
I
you thought?
didn't really see a difference on that.
No.
Here, I give you the Cookie Monster finger.
No, thank you. Hard pass.
Let's put him on screen. Where are you? Are you in a park or something doing this?
I am
Where are
Looks
you?
like he's on his porch.
Are you on your
I
porch?
am on the patio.
Yeah.
See, I'm outside.
Oh yeah. See, we don't have porches like that.
Of course you don't. It's
Yeah,
easier
because you
for
don't
you
have a
to back
yard.
out.
Yeah, but even the houses that do have the yards don't have porches like that. It's a very typical American thing to have a porch. Go and sit out there on the.
Don't you guys just have like wood and then it goes down? Like no railings on it. Like you have kind of like a deck, but
Yeah, exactly.
because
Yeah, that kind of like. I like
it's
it.
kind
I
of
like the fact
open.
that you have those. I like the fact that you
Yeah.
have those like
My
covered areas.
my one friend that I worked with for years, she was dating an English guy, and then they ended up getting married here up in Denver, and then they live over there. So I always see her yard and stuff like that, and that's what they have. They have a deck but no railings on it.
Mm. I like the red. I like it.
I see you have chocolate on your desk. Mwah.
Who's he
Mwah.
trying to make out with?
I think he's trying. I don't know.
I need a finger puppet to kiss.
No, I'm good. I don't have any.
What about John the monkey lizard?
I
Mm,
take it.
You were naughty about John.
I am
he's
naughty about John.
terrifying.
You were.
He got beaten with the ugly stick.
I'm waiting.
You keep putting things in the Twitter group, like a million things, and then saying, I hardly get a chance to go through it. And then you say, I know you're looking, Bob, and I'm actually not looking.
Oh, you know what? You were looking because I can tell when you're on the group chat.
Yeah, do you know, I literally never get a chance to go in there. And when I do, I'm literally just, when you just flick through it, that registers that you was looking, but I'm hardly looking really. I'm just trying to see like what's generally going on. And
Did you see
I
the
do
alien?
like those I do like the Tron light cycles. I have got one of those, the blue one.
Yeah, you know those are a different Tron cycle. There's a different one in the middle, and that's a UK company.
Yeah, I've got the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the other ones.
Yeah.
Did you see the alien from San Diego Comic-Con I sent?
Yeah, that's cool. Is that NECA?
It is NECA, and then I didn't want to send the other photo because it's a spoiler.
I know. I've read all the spoilers anyway, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So the torched alien looks kind of cool.
Yeah. What's with all the monkey wanking stuff?
What wanking?
All the monkey wanking pictures.
Weren't you wanking?
You're saying Bob right now, and then like wanky signs.
Wanky Bob.
Yeah. I wasn't wanking.
Don't you wank?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't at the time that you posted this. So
Too early to talk about that.
We move on to cookies. I like chocolate chip cookies. I need some milk.
TJC the Bob the rail is for safety. In this country, we don't care if we fall off the patio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spidey's here.
Hey, Spidey.
He said he had to beat an old lady with a stick. Oh dear Lord.
Oh, no. That's concerning.
Rainbow Void says hi to everyone.
Hello, Rainbow.
Hey, Rainbow.
She misses a good porch. I can see the appeal of a good porch.
I love the houses with the wraparound porch. Like
yes,
Yeah.
that's a dream.
And screened in, so all the cats don't get out.
I was going to say, I bet all the animals live on the porches, don't they? Bet you.
Yes, that's true. I've got another rescue cat. It's a black and brown kitty, and he's so sweet. He just decided to show up, as you know, and never take off. So here he is 2 months later, but he's in the back right now.
Right, let me get to my. No. Oh, no one got the joke. No.
Hey,
It was from Spider-Man. I had to beat
I
the
have-
lady.
we have more repair guys that just came, and I have to move stuff.
No worries.
So
You gotta
I will be right back.
Yep, see you in a bit.
After what?
Move the car.
No. The one guy told my mom he wants to double check everything they've done.
That's
So
good.
part of that includes, well, we've already had inspections, and one of it didn't fail because they didn't use a screw that's up to code in my room in the electrical box, which they haven't replaced it, so I don't really want them in here. But I have to move the stuff in front of the hot water heater, so I have to do that because they want to double check that. So
yeah, don't get burned.
it's cool. It's cool. All right, I'll be back.
Right, see you in a bit.
I'm gonna have more puppet friends coming soon.
Well, I hope we see the Nookie. G-Force has named him the Nookie Monster.
The Nookie Monster?
Yep.
I have to get behind a bush. Bush.
That's fine.
Bush.
You might see G-Force there.
I'm opening up. Salacious. Drop something in my mouth.
Next up, that's that. That's that.
Okay, my human
That's
who
going on
has
there.
up my bum, it's hurting. So thank you for letting me on.
Very well. Come on. I hope we want to see you later on.
Okay, we come back on later.
It's 3 acts. There's 3 acts tonight. So
It
it's
is?
1 hour. It's 1 hour split into 3 acts.
Oh, okay.
And it's so it's Act 1 for the first 20 minutes, having a fiddle. Act 2, sliding it in.
Woo!
And Act 3 is pulling it out.
Oh no! What if you can't pull it out?
Act 1, the backdrop is it's in the front room on a big sofa. So Act 2 is in the boudoir on a large red bed, and Act 3 is in a steamy bathroom. So that'll be there, the backdrops.
Oh my!
Yep. So there you go. That's basically, and then it's just finger monsters coming on and improvising for however long they're on for. So it could be an absolute shambles, to be totally honest, but
that could be hilarious.
it could also
Okay,
be funny.
my human's hand is hurting from being in my bum, so I will come back. Thanks for having me.
See you later, the Nookie monster.
Mwah.
See you later. Right. Okay, back to the mini. Okay, that looks better. I thought there was something wrong. Right, I think I'm back on track now. So that goes there. Yep, that's better. I've done those. Done that. That's right. That's right. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, you bought some Lego. Oh, the space shuttle. A classic. Wow, that's a good set. That's a good set to start with for sure. Classic. The space shuttle. Absolute classic. Let's move this back a little bit. Give me a bit more room. Okay. Oh, there you go. I'll drop Gerald over. There we go. All right. Next then. I think that bit's done. And now I'm on to here. Done that. Yes, you need to come and build it. You need to come and build it. You do. Jumpy says, I've recently had a bourbon cream and a custard cream. No dunking. Not impressed. Plain. Custard cream, plain. No dunking. Not really impressed. They're better dunked. I can eat them non-dunked. I can easily knock out the bourbons for sure. Custard creams need to be dunked. Definitely. They're both better dunked. To be totally honest, I do agree with that. They are both better dunked. But also, you know, yeah, I could easily tuck into one non-dunked. Right, that's there. Where did I get to on this one? Done that. So I'm over here now. Let's go like this. That down there.
Oh man.
So that is definitely one of those on there.
No. Wait. Oh, that hurt my ears.
That is definitely one of those on there.
Okay, don't fall over, puzzle.
Right. And then that is definitely one of those on there. And then there's another two of those. One. Okay, right. I'm back. It was just one thing I was missing. So that's good. I will jump. I'm not sure what I need to hold my phone up. Yeah, just need a little tripod or something, don't you? Really? Doesn't have to be anything grand. But yeah, you do need your hands free. Two of those. These instructions are a pain in the ass. I keep having to use my camera to make sure I can read them properly. Two of those. 1, 2. 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two. That's better. Oh, don't come apart now. That on there. I need a single one. There. Just a regular two-piece one. Let's go in the middle. Like that. There we go. I'll come round to yours and I'll hold your phone for you. There you go. What a legend. What a legend. Right. So that's that. What have I missed there? Okay, let's see. I didn't see those bits being added. Goddamn instructions. Didn't see those bits. Ah, there it is. So that. What is that one? 2 of those. Okay. That could have been my problem. That could have been the problem. Two of those on there. That's on there. Now those should fit on now. The question is, do they?
I'm back.
She's back. The question is, do they fit? Oh, don't you come off.
Where'd Gap go?
He's gone. He didn't say, he just said he had to go.
I'm out.
He's out.
They did have to come in here and look at the electrical. He had to take a picture.
That's that. Have you had some work done or something?
So a while ago we got approved for utilities help for a certain program, and you automatically get put into another program where they inspect your house, and if something like, to help like stop leaks or replace this and that to help bring down utilities. So
okay.
we got a free hot water heater because we had a major gas leak, and he goes, I'm surprised you guys honestly haven't blown up. Cool.
Wow.
Our furnace was cracked, so we have a new furnace, and they put in central AC, central air. They didn't replace the back door and the front door, but they like sealed it. So nothing, because we would have to stick blankets in between the doors so the wind wouldn't come through. So they sealed those up. And then they're going to try and replace my parents' bay window in their room today. So, and then they patched it underneath because there was like a lot of holes and stuff pulled down and stuff from stray cats and raccoons and stuff. So,
well, that's good. You'll end up with cheaper energy bills then if you
that's the hope for it, yeah. So hopefully it'll be turning out well. It's been weird because like I have a window AC in my room and there's one in the living room. It's not big enough to like cool off the living room and kitchen. So either if I had my door shut or I'd open it, I'd have a fan in the hallway trying to cool down the back of the house. But it's been nice, like walking out and not like getting hit in the face like in a sauna. So.
Yeah, we don't tend to have air conditioning over here, although on a day like this, it would be very nice to have it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's especially like. Go ahead.
So I have it at work, but it's not many houses really have it.
Yeah.
It would be nice. Oh, Chip. Chip back, I see. Nice. Maybe you'll finish it today. How you doing, Chip? How was the op?
The what?
Chip Chip joined us from hospital yesterday, from his hospital bed. He's having he's having a hernia operation, and he was literally in bed with his with his medical gown and hat on and stuff.
Between him and Rolando.
Yeah. How are you, Chip?
Hope surgery went well.
How did it go? Are you in hospital or are you at home? You must be at home if he's on Twitch. G'day, Michael. G'day. The link's in the description if anyone wants to join. Just hanging out. Trying to get this mini done today. That's the rear. Alright, those are on. Right, there we go. So that's on, that's on.
With my pockets in.
That's on. That's on. Right, I think I'm moving on now. Yep, moving on. This one. He's home right now, but in bed. A bit sore, but should be back to normal by Monday, I suspect. Oh, good. Well, I'm sure
Good to
Mrs.
hear.
Chip, I'm sure you're enjoying being doted on by Mrs. Chip. I'm sure she's looking after you. No sudden movements, Chip. Just relax. Just
Or laughter.
yeah. Terry says he's not allowed to build Lego sets without my boy. He would never forgive me. Oh, bless him. Alright, let's stick that on there. There we go. And this one. No, not that one. I need another one of those ones. There we go. Let's get on there. Ah. There we go. So that's like that. That's looking good. That's looking good. All right. Now, one of those. One of those. And one of those. What's Michael doing? You coming on, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Should be finished by work by now. What are you doing, Michael? Where's Cyril?
Surprised he's not on here already.
Oh, I've missed a couple of pieces. I've missed something. All right. That's what I've missed. Gap says, since there's no interruption to see our MoNKey-LiZaRD gets very far building. I do.
You did great yesterday with it.
Yeah, thank you. Chip says the hernia was above my belly button.
Oh my gosh.
God.
That's crazy.
So I had to stitch my stomach back together. Jesus.
Oh,
And put a mesh.
that's rough.
And put a mesh in to keep intestines from popping back up.
What?
So the stomach feels like I did 1,000 crunches. Okay, maybe 10. Since you know I can barely do one. Oh my God, shit, that sounds horrific.
I hope they gave you good meds, dude.
Yeah, man, I'd want all of the drugs.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's give them an epidural. Epidural for all.
Plug me in. Plug me in. Jeez. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Oh, this sounds horrific. Alright. Let's have a camera, and I keep doing stuff off camera. Stick that on there. Stick it in. Stick it on there. That's it. Right. So that's on. Next.
What are you doing, Solid? What are you doing, old man? I don't have treats in here.
No treats.
No.
God damn it.
I want a box? Where's the box?
Here he is.
G'day,
G'day.
G'day.
Michael.
G'day.
How are you?
All very
How's
well.
Lady Cat? Cat, good.
You
What are you
know,
doing? Yep. Standard.
hurting.
Standard
Nothing
day.
different.
Standard
Yep.
day in Cat's world.
You.
That
I'm that's right.
does sound horrible about Chip, but I'm glad he's doing well and he's up and
Yeah.
about, kind of. And yeah.
I need to check on Orlando. Make sure he's all
Yeah. We need to check on him. Hey.
How's work?
How's it? Me? Oh, good. It's I actually had a snooze, and yeah, I've woken up like about 10 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Look at that. Look at Cat's pussy on screen straight away.
Shut up, Michael. Jeez. No,
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's make it full screen. Let's make it full screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Very-
going to be 21 in November, which is like he's like 98 right now or something in cat years. He's old.
he's an old man.
No, Rafi probably is.
He's an old man.
They found a leak underneath, so they're going. Yeah, so they're
Of
gonna leave
course they
one of
did.
the holes open something until a plumber fixes it. But he doesn't know when the plumber will come out. But can you go ahead and put the trash out?
Yeah.
Then I asked him if those other guys show up, if they could please park closer to Sabrina. So
The trash can get taken. Yeah, I got you. Oh my gosh, of course there is.
Oh,
It's always something. Always something.
Bound to be. There's always
Anyway, before I leave again for some Orlando sent me a message saying he's eating and drinking. They're gonna send him to a foot specialist so they don't think the infection reached the bone. So great
good.
news.
That is good.
So I assume that means he gets to go home soon. So
Good.
That's it. You just have a sleep there, old man. Not much puzzle making gets done anyway.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
you know what? You're
Despite
like
all
jerks
the
this morning. Like
bluster.
I don't know what the heck is up your both your butts. You suck.
We come from a place of love.
No, you don't. Don't
Yeah, we
freaking lie
do.
to me. Oh, you're both full of it.
What?
Love my ass.
Oh,
It's a bit strong.
wow.
Right. I'm taking out the headset because it'll disconnect anyway, so I'll be back. Zealot, eat their faces if they get rude, okay? You're in charge.
Yeah, so you just mind that puzzle board.
Bit strong, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, I know. You know what we're about to witness, aren't you? This is actually the cat that builds the puzzles. This is so it waits for Cat to leave the room and then just starts whacking in pieces.
It's the cat.
It's the cat
Real
the whole
cat.
time. Yeah.
Knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
He is a very old cat.
You don't get a lot of cats at this age, that's for sure. But anyway, so
Sure, there's.
how's holidays going, mate?
Well, we're coming up to the end of the first week.
Oh, that's good. How long do you get?
Um,
Is it 2, 3?
I might have, I might have 3 this time if I can.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
if you can. Oh,
Well,
okay.
well,
Okay,
it's
so you
thing
don't know
is,
yet.
well, I don't really have to ask. It's just if I
Oh,
don't, I have more stuff to do when I go back. So it's like kind of
oh,
on me.
okay.
It's kind of on me, really.
Oh, well, depends on
So
how hard you want to work when you go back, I guess.
yeah,
Oh,
I
well.
have. Well, actually, it's funny because I have. I'm actually even. I'm not even actually going back this time. Straight away because I've been called for jury service.
Oh, you kidding me?
No,
Oh, God.
so that's going to be interesting. Have you ever done that?
I've been called up twice and never selected. Although,
they, they, they,
no,
they
so
called you in, took one look at you, and were like, nah.
I know the trick. I know how not to get selected. Yeah, if you act like, I hate to say this, but I actually went in a suit, and everyone else just goes in casual clothes and stuff these days. And I went in a suit, and I got rejected from a murder trial. Because I got taken into the court and interviewed and everything, and they didn't select me out of the bunch, so that was good. And this guy that actually works, going, one of the reasons they don't probably select people like you is because you're very well dressed, and also the area I live in is a very wealthy area, right? It became that. My family, it went from like a lower middle class to an upper middle class to you know, a rich area because of its location to the city. So
Right.
as Melbourne's growing, our values gone up here in this area. So anyway, um, so they're like, so where you live, and the way you're dressed, the guy said that's why you probably didn't get selected. He just gave me, and I was like, really? He goes, yeah, often people that are really well dressed that come from affluent areas, the prosecution people try to steer away from because they associate us as being intelligent and, well, in this country, very liberal, which is, like, sort of one of our main political parties, but it's mainly the party of the wealthier man, if you know what I mean, not the working class man. So, I live in a blue ribbon like liberal seat. Like they hardly ever lose an election in this area. Like I think they've lost 2 in my lifetime. So there you go. Anyway, so that was how I got out of it. I just was well dressed and just happened to live in the right areas that they sort of go, oh no, let's not let's not go with him. So I don't know what it's like in your. Do you have to dress up at your courts or?
No, no, no.
No, see,
Did
but
you,
that's what I mean.
I'm quite interested to do it though. Like I don't know what the case is yet, but
So that case, I actually what looked at it in the newspaper. That case that I got rejected from ran for about 4 months.
oh, I think they can. Oh, right. Wow.
So I would have been, you know, at in this jury for this murder trial for like 4 months.
I think they can only keep us for 2 weeks. So I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, you've got to be what do you call it? You've got to be there for the length of the trial. So yeah, like I was sent to like the major court, not just the average court kind of thing. Like anyway. I actually thought I wasn't going to get selected because you had to sit there for a certain amount of time and wait till your number came up. And if your number didn't come out, well, then you get summoned back until you go through something like I went through. But once I'd already been rejected and my time to be there to be selected had sort of run out, you can go home. And we'll call you up again soon. So I've been waiting to get called back up, and that was something like easily 5 to 6 years ago. So you know what I mean. Like, so I'd imagine that one day I'll hit the lottery again, but at this stage, yeah. But I just
Interesting.
found it interesting how the guy said, "Look, it's because of where you live and the way you dress is probably the reason why you didn't get picked." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, good. So I'll
Well,
just keep doing this every time the court."
hey, Mr. B, how's it going?
I know.
Yeah, well, I think and I don't know if this is the case in Australia. It might be, but in terms of selection, then I believe the the um, the prosecutor can like and that they can pick like they can reject some that they don't like the look of. It's like selection, isn't it? That selection process.
Yeah,
So
that's what they do. So I went into the court and you had the defense there, the lawyer for the defense, and you had the lawyer for the prosecution, and then the judge was there as well, like a presiding as well. And we all sat down and they interviewed all of us. You know, they were like, "Oh, you know, number 6, stand up." You know, and they start bombarding you with questions. The other thing was, I know this is like gonna sound, I don't know, a little bit off, but um, it was a Asian girl on trial, right? And the prosecution would automatically eliminate a white Caucasian male.
as
It's just
as being not sympathetic.
because, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That was probably one of the
yeah,
main reasons, besides of what I was wearing and stuff.
yeah,
But that just portrays an image.
yeah. No, I get it.
And then they hear your background. Oh, you're from this area. Then they're like, okay, 2 red flags. Because, this guy's like well dressed. He might be well educated. There's a danger of that, He might be, he might,
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, I didn't have to go. But yeah, look, if you get selected, that can happen. I'd imagine you'd have to be there for the whole length of trial, basically. So it's a risk.
yeah.
Um, uh, my mother, I remember she got called up and she nearly ended up similar kind of thing too, but somehow was eliminated towards the end. So yeah,
Did Mr. B get kicked off WhatsApp?
Mr. B did get kicked off WhatsApp. How do you get kicked off WhatsApp?
That's what he said. He says, "Did Cat tell you guys I got kicked off WhatsApp?"
That happened to Zombie too when we started our group.
I'm back.
But it's not something that we do. Like, I mean, I can't kick him off, and I'm in the group. You can't kick him off. You're in the group. And I imagine Kat wouldn't have kicked him off. So,
No, I found a message from him this morning and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't do that. I would never kick him off. Unless
yeah,
there's
I
like a
don't.
valid reason to have like, there's certain things I won't ever put up with. So, but I would tell you straight up, hey, I'm kicking you off because of this. Like, I have no patience for this, right? But I'd be honest about it. But no, I've never seen that before. I didn't do anything. We love Mr. B.
That seems so weird. I wonder what's happened with WhatsApp.
I don't know.
Mm.
Because it still
Because,
says on
like,
my side he's a part of the group. Like I couldn't even re-invite him.
oh,
Yeah, it's odd.
Because
yeah,
they sent him
I
a
it happened to
screenshot of it.
Zombie. Yeah, no, it happened to Zombie too. So there's something going on because that happened
Oh,
to Zombie. Because he messaged us one night in that group chat and said, "Oh, hey guys, they've just let me back on WhatsApp." I'm just like, "What?
I mean, I
Like,
can understand
who's kicking
zombie.
you off?
Yeah,
Who's like,
I can understand zombie.
Hey, Duff.
Yeah, well, does that
Just
mean
kidding.
people are reading our messages and monitoring what we're doing on WhatsApp?
No, because nobody.
Because
It's
WhatsApp's meant to be like a completely like anonymous kind of. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah. No, I mean
so that.
I don't know. Maybe they have a bug or something. I don't know.
I wonder if it's if you type in certain phrases or something like that, it just activates
No,
some sort of.
definitely
don't
Well, I
not.
know.
don't.
That's concerning. If that's not like no.
I
It's a
mean, you
private.
think you've
Private.
got freedom of speech when it's just your
It's not a
phone. I
not
mean,
a public forum, is it? It's a private messaging group.
well, that's what
Yeah.
that's
It's not
exactly
monitored.
right. And so I'm like, what's going on?
Unless somebody is accidentally, sometimes you could inadvertently, especially with like phone apps. Sometimes you fiddle around with your phone in your pocket or something, and you accidentally, you know,
Block
Mm,
somebody, report somebody.
yeah,
I've done that
exactly,
a few times accidentally.
yeah.
That figured it like I wasn't paying attention and it was somebody in chat and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had to like undo it. They're like, do you really want to report this person? No, you
No,
know. So
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it's
the only time I remember reporting anyone like on YouTube was because I had a wrench in that chat and they kept on getting hit by those live nude girls. Remember that spam that used to happen all the
yeah.
time on a lot of
Yeah,
channels?
yeah.
Yeah, well, they were the ones that I reported, like with my wrench, So, but yeah,
Yo, Nave, how's it going?
hey,
Oh,
Captain Space
Hey,
Pants.
how you doing?
Hey.
it's a lot
Oh
better
my
now.
wonder.
It's a lot better now.
Good to see you,
Oh,
Nave.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good, dude. What's up? How are you?
Oh, I mean, I got Fridays and Saturdays off, so
Yay.
Nice,
nice,
life is
nice,
a lot
nice.
better now.
Oh, cool.
Good. Congrats.
awesome. Yeah.
Good
And
to
I
see
get
you,
to
dude. It's been ages.
get
Oh,
to
hold
really.
on. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold
Mm,
on. Hold on.
Oh,
How's your father? How's your father?
yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
oh,
He
They
knows how
say
to
you
give
Okay.
the people what they
gotta
want.
give people what they want. Give people what
Yeah.
they want.
Give them the space pants.
Yeah.
Yay. I like
The
it.
way.
is it
That's the
hot in
way.
here all of a sudden? Oh.
Whoa.
hmm I don't know. I don't know.
Ugh.
That's why I have the AC on.
I just turned mine on. I just turned mine
Uh,
on.
I figured I'd come in here to save Cat, so
Thank you.
What
I
the hell?
appreciate it. Thank you.
bring some
Yeah,
class.
actually,
Bring a little bit more class to the show.
Yes.
Jesus wept.
Yes.
God, heaven help us. Heaven
what?
help us.
Couple of innocent blokes like Rum and myself.
I
Seriously.
know.
Outrage. Outrage. Cock blocked again. It's normally
Thanks, guys.
bloody
Thanks.
Nick.
Yep.
Oh,
I
I
just show
appreciate
up.
the help.
I just show up. That's all.
Yeah.
well, I mean, to be honest, Rum, I wasn't going to jump on, and until you said something, and then I did jump on because I'd only just woken up. But I thought, geez, Rum would be loving having the one-on-one time with Kat. So I kind of stayed away, and
Yeah.
then you said,
But what about
"Oh,
what Cat wants?
Cat likes, to be honest, Michael,
yeah,
Cat likes a bit of freeway play with us, doesn't she? A
Oh my
it's a bit of
gosh.
to and fro. You
little
reckon?
bit of
Bit
a
of
fiddle and a, in and that, a little bit of this and a little bit of
It's
that.
positive.
Right, hold on a minute. Nathan's about to whap something out now, I can tell. Oh, here we go.
whoa,
Hello.
Oh, wow.
oh,
Ooh.
oh, it's an unboxing.
Yo,
Oh,
Grindhead Jim. How's it going, dude?
oh no,
Can anyone say hello to Grindhead Jim, please?
g'day.
Mm,
Look at that. That's the way you open it. That's
There
it.
you
That's see that really takes you back to being a child, doesn't it? Just rip it off the packaging, not a care in the world,
Nope.
and just think all those Star Wars toys I opened in 1980, I just tore off the card. How much they're worth now? But anyway, it's not so much the case anymore, I guess.
That's what we did.
But yeah, I mean, you're a child. That was part of it, wasn't it?
Yep.
Or you'd rip it open and the small part would go flying in the air, and then you'd spend 10 minutes looking for it.
Yep.
You said a child then. I'm still a child. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm one of the oldest childs you can find, so.
Sure, I'm not too far behind you.
I just pre-ordered the Rattler. I had to.
Oh, well.
I had to.
Was that something that got announced at the Comic-Con, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
right.
the HasLab for G.I. Joe.
Oh, cool. What kind of value is that?
It's the giant jet.
Warthog.
Yeah.
It's the Warthog, you know, the A10
Yeah.
Warthog.
Oh, is it? It's the A10.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's absolutely bonkers. It's huge.
And how much is that going to set you back?
I think it's $350.
Is it $3? Is it?
Is it being backed already, or is it you just?
Do you know it launched yesterday and it's already
backed?
Well, it's already like it'll be. I think it'll probably be one of the most successful ones. Let's have a little look.
Yeah, people have been talking about it because they just announced it yesterday and put it out, but everybody knew it was coming. So
it needs 9,000 to be unblocked, and it's already 8,338.
Yeah, I think that's going to get backed.
325 it is, but it's massive. It is absolutely.
So it's worth it.
Oh yeah, no. If it's so, what scale figures it for? A 3.75?
No, 6 inch.
Oh, for a 6 inch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I can imagine how big that is then. Like, because as soon as you told me what kind of jet it was, I was like, yeah. I mean, that is a good size, isn't it? Now there you go.
Yeah.
So they can build that for G.I. Joe, but they can't give us an X-wing for Black Series, or you know, because we're talking something that's going to be, a similar size, length.
Well, it's got to be on the cards. I mean, the problem with Star Wars is they have the license fee on top of it, so. It's a 500 quid figure as a vehicle. As
well, that's the difference, isn't it? They can do it because they own G.I. Joe, don't they?
Right.
So yeah.
But yeah, if they can do a Rattler, I mean, I think the wingspan's a little bit wider on an X-wing, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility. They did that.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
They did that crazy TIE fighter years ago.
Hey, it's pelts. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not pelts.
It's Grindhead Jim. And Shanty as well.
Oh, Chantel. I saw a P as I was scrolling.
And Ricardo.
Yeah, g'day, Ricardo. Chantel. Spider. G'day. I haven't said hello to all these people. Mr. B. G'day. Darth Rock. G'day. Who else we got? Rainbow Void, g'day. Jumpy, g'day. Good old General Jumpy.
Old Jumpy.
Follow General. Oh, and another General, the Gap himself.
Yep, Gap Attack. Gap's already been on. He's got his puppet ready for tonight.
Magna Cum Louder. Naughtiness. That's what I've got apparently. I love it.
Grindhead's
TJC, g'day, Terry. Wow. Cool. All right, I think I'm going way back. Oh, G-Force, was he around still? G'day, G-Force.
You never know with G-Force. He's probably in
It could be working. Yeah. I don't know what time of day it is for anyone. So all I can tell you is it's 1:40 a.m. on Saturday morning for me. So
He's probably
which
hiding in
means
Cat's
that
bush.
well, which means that Duff Rock's 2 hours ahead of me. So it's 3:40 in the morning for him. So wow.
If it's G-Force is probably 11:40 a.m.
Oh, well, he's probably at work then. I guess
Yeah.
Saturday, Friday morning. Yeah.
He's still working.
Or he's in Cat's bush, which by all accounts is a very pleasant place to be.
It's a
Apparently.
hot one out there today, so I have to keep bringing him lemonade.
You have to.
Oh well, at least you're taking care of him out there. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Cat,
Filled up a
just
little kiddie
You never
pool.
do that. You never do that when Rum and I
just
are
turn the
hanging
sprinklers
out there.
on. Just turn the sprinklers on.
I can't. The plumbing underneath doesn't work, but I have a little kiddie pool I filled up last
Oh,
night,
okay.
so he's fine.
Okay.
What about us? Oh, we've already got a pool at the doghouse, Tondo. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, you want to see what I'm building, Rum?
I do.
Sillies.
I started a new gunpla.
Okay, give me a second.
Very famous
Ooh.
suit. These.
I built that.
Wow.
I built that one before.
Yeah, Leo's one of the famous sort of mass-produced suits, and they just re-released the kit again. So I went to my plastic crack dealer today to visit his store,
Did he give
and
you that?
he had
He
a
gave you
whole
that one for
pile
free?
of them. And he goes, "If you don't grab a Leo, you'll probably won't be able to get one next week." Because he goes, "I've already got people wanting like 5, 6, or 7 of them." Because people army build these things, so
Yeah.
it's one of the cheaper kits too. It's only got 3 sprues, so it's pretty simple build. But yeah.
Can we say hello to Mr. Long as well? No, it's Mr. Longer. No, it's Mr. Long. Mr. Long. Can we say hello to Mr. Long, please?
Long or longer,
It's long.
or
It's long.
longest, or
It's long.
longest.
Is he the longest?
It's long. It's long.
I don't know. Longest, longer.
We measured when they came on Hangout. It's Mr. Long, not Longer.
That's terrifying.
Longer.
That's terrifying.
Mr. Long.
G'day.
And apparently, his special lady friend Stephanie, Mrs. Long, might be up for being fingered later on tonight.
What the?
Have you not heard about this, Nath?
Wow.
Have you guys heard my new theme tune?
I'm embarrassed to say I haven't got around to listening, mate.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, I might have to play it.
Oh, I don't mind.
You know.
I guess it's all right if we have women on the stream. I you know.
There's Cyril.
Cyril's here.
So.
Hey, Rolando's in the chat.
Really?
And can you believe he's actually posting people's channels?
Of course he is, because he's a robot.
Jesus, Rolando.
The Rolo bot. So what? He's in hospital and he's having a lube job done or something, and making sure that his memory banks are all good before they send him back out. Is that what it is?
What have I
Like
missed?
a 3,000-mile service or something?
He
I know he's going
to
through a bit.
the day before yesterday. He went to the emergency room. He was severely dehydrated. He had to get 3 IV bags, and then
That's crazy.
he sent me a message again yesterday saying he was going back to the hospital, and apparently he has like a bad infection in his foot.
Ooh.
And then he sent an update saying he's all right. They don't think the infection reached the bone, which is good, but they have to send him to a foot specialist for the infection.
Oh.
So, still scary, but
go relax.
Right? That's
go
what I'm
relax.
He's probably let's face it, if he's laying in hospital, he's probably like, you know, bored
Yeah,
as, yeah, know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, so yeah, hang in, Rolando, hang in, mate.
yeah. Get well, get better.
Yeah, I mean, as Kat said, as I was joining, you know, between him and Chip, yeah.
We're all a mess.
You know what? I
It's
kind of
very
wish I had
common.
have done what Chip did before I had surgery all those years ago.
What, masturbating?
Oh, I hated laying in that room waiting to be, you know, wheeled into the theater kind of thing, you know. And I didn't have anyone with me, so I was, you know, he had his, you know, beautiful wife there, but you know, I was just laying there with nurses and, you know, coming in and checking on me, and I
Did you
was, you
ask?
know, dressed like Chip and just feeling
Oh,
pretty awkward, you know.
Did,
Like,
did you did you ask for a sponge bath? I would have.
oh, oh, oh.
Hey nurse, can I have a sponge bath, please?
Mate, I was one of the probably best looked after patients you could ever be post surgery, because my auntie actually ran that ward and that floor that I was put in after surgery. So they all knew that their boss's nephew was in the ward. Mate, those nurses spoilt the crap out of me. They really did. I was only there for 48 hours. They kick you out pretty quick these days. They don't like keeping you in hospital anymore. They try and get you up and about and on your feet as quick as possible. So
Right, how can I be missing pieces? This doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
Doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make sense.
Terry's got a question for Mike.
Terry does.
Yep.
Did you find the raspberry? What? Raspberry
That's an English
pie?
computer.
A raspberry pie.
Have you been looking for a Raspberry Pi? Have you?
A raspberry pie? No.
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 Okay.
A raspberry pie. I'm trying to think of why, but I don't know. Australians, you know, like, yeah, we get apple pies and things like that.
It's a computer. It's a computer, Michael. It's a computer.
There you go. Oh no, it wasn't me. Wasn't me. Yeah, nah. It's a computer. There you go. See, I had no idea. No idea whatsoever.
Right,
I didn't really get it. You know, when I got my first sort of like computer piece of equipment, my auntie gave me a laptop for my 40th birthday. So yeah, didn't have computers. They introduced computers into my high school. The last year of it, in 1985, my school got given by the government one whole computer for a whole school.
wow.
So, like you can imagine, it was in pretty high demand. So, yeah, it didn't interest me enough back then to queue up to use it. So, the only time I remember we played that, was it Wolfenstein or something like that? Was that a
Oh,
game back in the day where you had to
yeah.
walk down the road and then you get to a gate? Oh, the gate's locked, and then you had to type in, oh, use the key, and then they'd say, oh, you haven't got the key yet, or you know, you had to navigate all around sort of this, you know, land. I remember doing that in the spare periods with a couple of my classmates because we were meant to be studying. It was a study period, but it was about the only time when all the other kids were in the other classes that we could actually get anywhere near it. So for me, it was a different gaming device. It wasn't really, you know, a tool or.
No, it's right here. I have the fan on right here for my laptop.
I
No,
wish
it's,
I knew more about those things, but I just don't. You know.
it's funny because when I was younger, they used to, we had computer time, so we had more than one computer, but it was like, we could only play like educational games. So, but one of the biggest games we always played, they let us play was Oregon Trail.
I love Oregon Trail.
Oh
my gosh!
And it's like basically it's about the trek from.
Yeah, I know the trail. I've actually watched.
Okay.
I've watched that movie. Oh, who was the star of that movie? About the girl that did that trail. It goes from she went south north, I think, all the way on the. Does it finish like at a bridge or something? Somewhere up north.
It's like you're like going from east to west, and you're traveling.
Oh, it's east to west. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of one maybe that runs north to south, south to north. That's a different trail.
When people were traveling, when people were going west.
Oh, okay.
So it was like you're riding in a caravan with your family.
So you're like in a wagon train and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like actually like going across America as it's expanding kind of thing.
I always died from dysentery.
Everybody.
You try to cross the river and it's your wagon's too heavy. Sorry, or somebody got bit by. As soon as somebody got bit by a rattlesnake, that was the end. And then it's just this person broke a leg, or your wagon wheel broke and did blah, blah, cool. As soon as somebody got bit by a snake, I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
So that's what you had. Was that the idea of the game, that you had to like solve the problems that arose?
You had to get through it so do you have enough supplies? Because if you don't have enough supplies, you're going to starve to death. Do you have medicine for, again, a snake bite or for this or that? Do you have water? Do you, if you are too heavy, you try to cross the river at certain points, you're going to be too heavy and it's going to float down river and you're screwed.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of different things. I've never made it to Oregon, and I would always start yelling at the computer. My one teacher was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "I know, I'm just frustrated because I can't beat it." He's like, "Yeah, you just laugh at me. You just laugh at me."
Yeah, that's
nobody ever made it except for one person in our class, and he always made it, and we hated him so much.
Hacker.
Probably.
He hacked it. Hacker.
I saw this one T-shirt on TikTok, but it had the 8-bit wagon on the T-shirt, but it says, "Be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s." I was like, "Oh, I want that so badly."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
well, I can't recall any game like that for Australia, but yeah, there might have been. Who knows?
Yeah, see, Shanty did the same. They played it too. Yep.
There you go.
Use floppy disk. Yep.
Floppy disks. Wow.
Yeah.
Literal floppy.
Yeah.
I remember
very
those.
sturdy.
Yeah.
The big ones with the giant hole in the middle.
Yeah.
I remember those.
I remember the floppies.
Yep.
Slotting them in the hole.
No, we're talking about disc. We're talking about this. Okay. This. Not anything else.
Thank you.
No, I love it. There was a part on that where you like go hunting for food.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. Like I wouldn't even try and go to Oregon. I just find spots to go hunting. I'm like,
right.
Hunting. Shoot buffalo, and deer, rabbit. Rabbit was so hard. I'm like,
oh yeah. It was fun. I've seen that they redid it, and I'm curious about the new one.
Yeah.
I've been tempted just to try it, but I don't know. Like,
okay, so it's
it looks interesting. Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
they remastered it a
They
while
even,
ago.
they even have
Yeah.
like a board game, card game
Yep,
version too.
yep.
Okay.
Which to me, that's not as fun as what
Yeah, no.
There's certain games that are better as a board game versus a bit like okay, we were really into Risk growing up, and we'd play it all the time, and then we found it for PlayStation. It was not the same. It wasn't as fun, so we hardly ever played it.
Oh yeah,
That's the
Okay.
one that you need the actual board game for.
yeah.
All right. Wow.
See, you learn something new every day.
Well,
Mhm.
obviously it was aimed at educating, American children. So, it's probably something that didn't make its way down here.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
probably.
oh, it may have. As I said, I don't know enough about early gaming and computer gaming because I really didn't want to have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? It bored me like some of my other classes at school. Just yeah.
TJ was
Look at
hacking,
that.
hacking
Just
computers.
and now we're getting a live Captain Space Pants review. I love it. You still enjoying your job, Nathan?
Sometimes.
I mean,
Sometimes.
not everyone. It's well, you're still there, so yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
2 years later.
You're still employed. I mean, none of
Oh
us love
yeah.
our jobs. You know what I mean? I
But
mean, sometimes we may enjoy being there, but yeah,
I enjoy the people I work with, and
that's the part you love the most, isn't it? When
yeah,
you work with a good bunch of people.
yeah, they make it worth
Yeah.
coming to work. But
Well, you probably spend more time with these people at work than you do with anyone else in your life, to be honest. Like,
well, like I told people, I work 8 to 16 hours a day,
yeah,
so
wow.
depending on the day.
Well, hey,
Hey,
Ooh,
how's it going, folks?
Oh,
this
there
is
you
Mr.
go.
Grindhead. For those that haven't met, this is Mr. Grindhead Jim. How you doing?
I'm
Hey
doing
Jim, nice to
great.
Well,
meet you.
Hello,
hi.
Jim. Nice to meet you.
I technically do have Legos here with me, but I'm not building them. But I was content to watch. But it dawned on me that due to really crappy toy distribution policies, I have some things you may not see for a while.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh, I'm
Um,
excited now.
there
Yeah, yeah.
are Walmart exclusive.
Wow.
Playmates has put out a 88 remastered Turtle series.
oh,
Oh,
So
Wow.
it's akin to the Origins treatment of Motu that Mattel did. It's
Yeah.
similar.
yeah.
It's not
Wow.
exactly the same.
It's a bigger
But
box.
they've got some great articulation in them Thar hills.
Wow.
He's got a slight elbow bend. It's about 45 degrees at most, but it's more than we got back in the day. And legs can actually, bend. You've got foot
That's
rotation.
awesome.
The weapons are really good, and the scale is more like the comics and the cartoon. These are pretty
Yeah.
nice. And they're $12 US.
ah,
That's
I know.
Oh
amazing.
wow,
Yeah.
that's the best part of it.
They went up for pre-order or just for order with Walmart Collector Con. I think it was last Friday. And I
Today
got
or yesterday. Yesterday
Hmm?
was the Walmart Collector-Con started yesterday.
well, then it had nothing to do with that. It was just last Friday. They just went up for order,
Oh,
and
okay.
Wow.
it's one of those pre-orders where they had them in stock, right? And so I got them on Monday, and they're beautiful. So that was Leo. This is Michelangelo.
Nice, nice.
And you may notice that his nunchucks, are using real chain, metal chain.
Oh wow,
What?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. I thought it was just like bright paint. Wow. That's
Yeah.
No,
cool.
that's
cool.
metal. And because I've opened them and felt it, I was like, oh yeah.
That's
But I
interesting.
think the quality is really out there for these. A lot of people thought the weapons were just recasts of the classics molds, and that's not the case as far as I can tell.
Oh, okay.
It's one thing that these are
It
out
made
there.
them to look that way.
Yeah, and it's like it's one thing that these exist at all, which is great.
Yeah.
But for $12 US, are you kidding? That's great.
That is what an action
That's
figure
insane.
should be, isn't it? Really?
Exactly. Like it's got crazy amounts of accessories. They're loyal to the original color schemes, and it's definitely a remaster, right? But
That's
it's not what Playmates is known for, which is just an easy catch and grab with like pushing out old molds and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the real reason I'm here.
Oh.
Rummy, how do you feel about getting an exclusive on this channel?
Oh.
I'm in the middle of making a video about something that I've told no one about.
Well, I think you're treating
Do you
us.
remember?
I think you're
You
treating us.
asked me what my grail piece would be.
I remember.
And I had a few answers. Eternia was in there.
Yeah.
And I got one.
Yeah.
There was one other thing that I mentioned.
Ooh.
And that would be Unicron.
Oh, Unicron.
Yeah. I got the Cell version that Big Bad had up for pre-order earlier this year. It is a hefty boy.
Oh, nice. I am seriously tempted by this one because I missed out on the HasLab.
Yeah. I've been keeping my eye on these for a long time, and Boba Hicks kind of walked me through like, okay, here's what this one was, here's what the paint deck goes like, this and that. This one, I think Big Bad still has like 4 of these left.
How much are they, Jim? How much are they? If you don't mind me asking.
300? 330?
Yeah.
But he's heavy.
Yeah.
He's really heavy. And I can't take him out of the box until I finish filming the video, which includes my wife taking him out of the box like this. And so I'm like, I'm just trying to get her to want to be on camera again. But
there's another one, isn't there? There's another Kron, not the Unicron. There's another one that's just made as well. What's he called?
They've done like 4 or 5 versions. It's roughly the same mold. They change a few little details, and it's always the paint deco that's different. They had one that they called the Pumpkin, which was extra orange. This one, and I don't know what variation they call this, but it's the most recent, and I would also say probably the most accurate. So, like, in other words, they've gone and made a Unicron that's a clone, more or less, and had very, very different paint decos to differentiate and avoid, litigation. They're like, it's been 5 years. Let's just do an accurate one. And that's the one that went up for pre-order in January, and we managed to get one. Let me see if it is up for. They still have any, because I don't want to be that guy. Be like, you can't get this anymore. That's not my vibe at all. Yeah, TJP, the HasLab Unicron was notoriously crappy with its paint deco. So the knockoff ones are really the only game in town.
Yeah.
Unicron, because even the people that got the HasLab ones were like, I didn't like it that much.
The thing is with the Transformer knockoffs, they're often better quality than like the originals. Like some of the knockoff masterpiece ones are like amazing quality. I've got a knockoff Soundwave masterpiece, and it's absolutely immaculate.
Ooh, Soundwave.
Yeah, so they do have it, and they only have one left.
Wow.
But
there you go.
It's there.
Unfortunately, I literally just pre-ordered the Dungeons and Dragons Tiamat and the bloody
it was like
HasLab, which is
but that thing has barely 8 points of articulation. I want it too, but $300 is that's
it was $260 over here from Comics and Cocktails.
Well, that's because your currency is more than ours. That's all that means.
No,
we don't even have HasLab, so
they do for some reason. Comics and Cocktails are able to stock them cheaper for some reason. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like 30 odd inches though. Like, that's gonna look great with the other, even with the Hasbro figures. I think.
Yeah, for me with this whole Unicron thing was kind of like you look at a lot of the third party stuff, like you were saying, that is really, really good, but those are like $100 to $200 a piece for like just a single quote regular size, character.
Yeah.
And if I can get that for $330, it's like that was the justification for me. It's like this is something I've wanted, for 37 years, and since the movie came out.
That's a serious grail item. 37 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think my wife is vying for she's like, I want to make sure that this is the year that you can never leave me. Because she was the one, no, because she was the one that encouraged me to get an Eternia aftermarket when they started shipping.
Oh.
And then when I came to her and said, "Hey, Unicron's
How much did that cost you? How much did that cost you?
Oh Jesus!
Don't
we haven't
say.
divulged that.
Don't say. Because
Yeah.
getting one after
nothing obscene. Not the highest price I've seen, but I will tell you that I paid about 30% more than I should have.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
However, here's the thing: I bought it through a Canadian toy dealer, and it just so happened, I didn't know anything about them before. I'd read some reviews, I watched one YouTube video, and only the one, and said, okay, these guys seem like they're legit. So I ordered from them, and what I didn't know at the time was that taxes were included. They just included their taxes in the price on the site, nothing more to calculate, right? But to me, from my perspective, I didn't pay any tax. So their price with tax was still way less than a lot of people were asking at the time. Plus, they have a reputation for going overboard with repackaging things to make sure that things arrive to you. Then I find out after I've received it that Mega Retro J, he's one of the big Canadian Motu YouTubers.
Yeah.
He's friends with those guys, and they asked him to inspect an Eternia that was going to go to the U.S. They wanted to make sure that from a collector's perspective, this was going to pass muster, or else they were going to raise hell with Mattel. So he comes out and they make a video out of it, and he inspected what would eventually be my Eternia.
Oh wow!
He saw my video on me unboxing. He goes, I inspected that. And he didn't say it outright like that. He says, watch this video. And I've met Jay a few times. He's a good guy, but it was it was really interesting. It's okay, I paid more than I had to, but what I got for my money was a pristine box with not a scratch on it.
Wow.
And I have this great story that I could eventually tell grandchildren or something. That's kind of cool. Not that they would care, what's an Eternia?
What you got to worry about is they'll ask you what a toy is.
Oh, well, they know where it is.
I don't think kids play with toys anymore.
Well, the thing is, right now, we're in the middle of figuring out what we want to do house-wise. We're going to buy or build a house, and we have a couple different locations in mind. But in any of those scenarios, whether it's going to be a 3-car garage or a basement that's the size of the house, that's going to be the toy room.
You need a toy room, right? You need a toy room.
Right. So everything's going to be set up.
Yeah.
So if I do have grandkids and they do come over,
they'll love
they'll
it.
know.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed in there.
No.
Well, in fairness,
when they're older.
There'll be a sign at the door. You must be this high to enter this room.
Yeah.
But honestly, with Origins, for example, being really a really durable toy that kids can play with, what I plan on doing is putting all the Origin stuff in one long table down the center, so you can walk around it and play. And then I have all the shelves on the walls. For kids, you just take a heavy duty curtain and you just pull it right past all the other shelves. You don't touch any of this crap, but you can play with this absolutely.
Yeah, just give them some beta figures to knock about with.
Yeah,
they'll love it. They'll just love looking at all the dioramas and all the displays and everything. That's gonna be cool.
That's the dream. because she's like, look, if we're going this all in on these kinds of toys, like you have to like just display them however you want, and if that means that the basement's bigger than the house, I don't care. She's like, just do it right. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait.
You're a lucky man.
I can't wait to set
Yes, you
the
are.
diorama because
Yes, I am.
They announced at the end of the show yesterday that they were doing a Motu Thundercats
Thundercats,
crossover.
yes.
And
Oh man.
so can you imagine Eternia with Castle Grayskull one side, Snake Mountain the other side, the new Snake Layer, and then
now the
Thunder
cat layer.
Mountain, and then that's gonna be insane.
That's insane.
All I want out of this crossover. This is all I want. Anything else they do, I carte blanche. Do what you want, but you better give me, and pardon the term, unmolested Thundercats in the origin style. I don't want them to have some wacky different armor variants. Just give me Thundercats in their armor in the origin style, or Masterverse for that matter. I'll take that.
Oh, the Masterverse. The Masterverse, yes.
Yeah, if they did that, either way, just give me an alternative to stupid ass Super 7, please. Can we have that, please? I'm not paying those $60 for a piece of vinyl that's like they might as well have that as their motto. Super 7, we way overprice all our toys. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's why I've only bought a couple of Super 7s on Amazon when they were like 50% off.
The Ultimates aren't bad. I've got some of the Conan Ultimates, and they're awesome.
Yeah, but the price is just too much, though. Right?
Exactly. The quality is as nice as it is. That's what I would consider, and Captain, I hope you agree. It's bare minimum quality for what they're purporting these figures to be.
Yeah.
If you're going to have that size figure with those accessories and the articulation that you purport, they're doing bare minimum shit.
They're definitely expensive. I can't argue with that.
Versus, like, say, a line like Action Force, the revamped Action Force, where it's hyper articulated. And when he got the line to the point where it was doing better, he lowered his prices. Because,
Valaverse. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like,
I love that.
Did you see, Captain? I don't. You said you were off today. But you may have been working yesterday. At the reveal, they're doing a retro card Mindbender.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get him. I got the Serpentor, but I didn't get the Mindbender.
I was lucky enough to get that Mindbender set. That was
I am hoping against hope that next year we get a retro card Tripwire because I missed out on that guy. And that was my favorite G.I. Joe as a kid. Inexplicably. Because he didn't really have a gun back then. But I just liked him. Probably because he had glasses.
Wow.
I think Joe's, I'm kind of done with Joe's. I got the last few recently, like just got Doc.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to get him.
There's so many. There's just so many to keep up with. Oh,
just got Salacious. I
Bring
mean,
him up.
Torch.
Yeah, look at that.
Torch.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm in that case where I'm filling holes. Just get a couple more of the Dreadnoughts. Get me Doc. Get me, a Mindbender. Maybe like I said, Tripwire.
I wasn't even thinking about this one, and then they showed the pictures of it yesterday. It's that Road Pig.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He's going to be like a $50 figure.
Yeah, but he's got that giant dog with the chain. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and I have a pit mix, so it's really hard. And my wife was like, "Ooh, look, he's got a pit bull." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to buy that, aren't I?" But again, when you have a partner like that that's encouraging, like you go.
Yeah.
But this is also the person that when I'm like, "Let's buy you a dream house," because she has a Barbie collection.
Okay.
I'm like, "You need a dream house." She goes, "Well, I don't know what I want." I'm like, "But you need to start somewhere." She's like, "Are you implying I'm going to have multiple dream houses?" I'm like, "Yes, you're going to have all the dream houses you'll ever want."
You are both enabling each other.
Are you kidding me? Yes. That's what all good marriages are founded upon.
Well, I wish I could enable my wife to start collecting stuff. And she might stop bothering me.
Well, like here's how it started. I asked her randomly. I'm like, "Did you have Barbie growing up?" She goes, "Yeah." And did you? And she told me some stories about it. And I won't repeat those stories because those are hers to tell. But suffice it to say, like Barbie was a big part of her childhood.
Yeah.
Not as big as Motu or Star Wars or G.I. Joe was for me, but pretty big. And I just started looking. I'm like, what does modern Barbie look like? And I didn't understand the difference. And there's some things I need to learn. Like I didn't know like the ultra cheap Barbies are 5 POA. Whoops. Didn't know that.
Okay.
But they look cool. And I got her like an armful of Barbie stuff for Christmas. And she was like, what? And she was freaking out. So sometimes you just got to throw them in the deep end and know that they won't drown.
Well, I know there's only a few things I know I can get her and she'll be like Deadpool.
Okay.
She's a Deadpool fan. So I anytime I see something Deadpool, I try and get her for Groot.
Cool.
BB-8, and anything BTS.
As in the K-pop band?
Yeah.
They do figures for that.
Well, they got Funko.
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, here we go. You just awakened Cat.
You know what? It's funny, as big as BTS is in particular, why they haven't gotten the 12-inch New Kids on the Block treatment, I don't understand.
They actually were figures like that. They were
really.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
They're hot.
You know what? Okay.
For a hot second, they were at Five Below.
Okay.
And my wife didn't want to get them. I'm like, come on, it's only $5. Come on, you know you want. Come on.
She's kicking herself now for him.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Well, 3 out of 5 of you are across the pond. So if you come across these, just shoot me a line because I keep looking for these. There's a specific set of Spice Girls in the Barbie scale.
Now we're talking.
I don't remember exactly what tour they were from.
Spice World.
But that probably from the movie, but I don't know that for certain.
Spice World dolls, yeah.
Yeah, and she wants them, but every time I bring them up, she's like, no. But she's that person. Like, she doesn't want you to go out of your way for her. Yet, meanwhile, she'll do that to the extreme for everybody else. So I have to force good things upon her, which is good. I'm a forceful guy. But she's going to have a couple sets of Spice Girls if I have my say. And cool. But I realize they're probably easier to find in the UK. Probably. But I don't know that.
Well, I have to say that secretly, I cover.
Secretly.
Here we go.
I've been thinking about getting the Spice World dolls.
Then perhaps we should combine forces.
I have looked into this a little bit.
I thought that was mandatory being English.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not even English, and it was mandatory growing up.
For a teenage girl, not a 43-year-old man. I mean, but I can't help it. I really want to play with Jerry Halliwell's knockers.
Oh my gosh!
I figured that's where it was going. I figured that's what it was. You had to wait for the other shoe to drop. You had to wait for the
was that your favorite run? Was it? Your favorite Spice Girl?
Yeah, basically Ginger was basically Dirty Spice. Like,
she was.
If I mean, Baby is the, you know, Baby is phenomenal. But know, if you go home with Ginger, it's a given.
Well, suffice it to say, my wife's a redhead, so I'm just throwing that out there.
There you go.
And I used to be.
So
wasn't she heaps older than the other girls?
Yeah.
Wasn't she?
Well,
heaps old?
Yeah, not that she'd admit that, but yeah. So you can either buy them individually, or you can buy a multi-pack of them all. And I think they were for the Spice World tour. And boxed individually, they're about 20 quid each. If you want,
price isn't horrible.
If you want the multi-pack, I think it's about 150 quid for the multi-pack, basically. And they aren't as they're not as common to find as you'd think. To be honest, I think a lot of them, although they did make a lot of them, they're not like a really abundant on eBay. You do come across them; they're not rare, but they're not like they're not like if you go on eBay.
They're
or
not
something,
falling out of the
there's
sky like
hundreds
Power of
of
the Force 2 or anything.
them. Right. But you can get them. You can get them for sure.
Just be aware. Don't let Salacious Rum mail it to you.
Right.
It's used.
Yeah.
Because you might not see it for a couple years.
Yeah, you have to be patient on that one.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, that would be the
Why
most
is it
poetic thing
sticky?
ever, though.
What?
Because I have a whole shelf in my closet here in this toy room full of things I have to send to people.
Yeah.
And in one case, now granted, there's a logistic reason why I'm not sending it because they're not ready to receive it for logistical purposes.
Right.
But in one case, there's a set of about 4 or 5 toys for the same person that's been in my possession for 2 years.
Oh wow.
This
It was just sitting there.
This happens, I find.
They're lucky I don't need them. Otherwise, I would just wire them money and say sorry. But I would never do that. But like I said, it would be hilarious if someone did to me what I'm unfortunately, due to circumstance, having to do to a couple friends of mine. Because they're in a country where the import fees like shot up in the last 18 months, really bad.
I've got a shocking mail story. On Tuesday, I'm going around to my mum's house, known as Earth Mum, because they finally have a package that they received for me from America. And it's this package has been around the world twice.
Oh, the one from Vern?
Yeah, so this is
the Vern package.
This is the life size. This is the most expensive toy I've ever bought from Regal Robot. It's a life size 1-to-1 Salacious Crumb.
Wow.
And I couldn't. They don't ship to here. So Vern Oka Studios kindly allowed me to have it shipped to San Diego. So it got shipped there, and then he shipped it over to me. Obviously, I paid for the shipping and everything, but he went out of his way to receive it. It's a hassle. Sent it to me, and I get a customs notice letter, and I have to do something basically, like go through a process to get it. And I'm busy at work, and I'm thinking, I look at the letter, and I think it says, I've got 28 days. So I think, I've got time.
24 hours, I bet.
And then when I go and look at it, it's like, yeah, it's 28 days, but from the date of the letter, which was so.
Wow.
So I was showing them up. They'd sent them back.
Wow.
So,
You had to pay for
all the
shipping
way
twice.
back to Vern.
yeah.
Basically.
And then
Wow.
that happened again.
Bastards.
Wow.
I can't tell you how much I've spent on shipping on this, but they're finally here. It's finally here.
That's awesome.
But it's my own fault. Like I just didn't,
That's cool and terrifying.
So I finally got it here. This was 2 years ago. That it was. So I'm doing the unboxing on Tuesday. 2 years later.
No hurry.
Yeah.
You're right. It'll be there.
No.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. It'll be right. It'll be right. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
At least it didn't get lost.
No, well,
That way.
Yeah.
Oh, when the attorney left Canada, I was mortified because I was like, because money was really tight at that particular time, tighter than it usually is. And I was like, if I get slapped some $200, $300 import fee, I'm fucked. I was really going to be in trouble. And also there was that whole, like, I don't know for certain how they're going to package this when they ship it out. So I don't know how, flamboyant the packaging might be, because you never know what's going to happen, because you hear all these horror stories. Because when you see a Mattel shipper box, like people that are mail carriers and all this stuff, they know what they are. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
Like I ordered a super mega colossal. They did the dinosaurs from Jurassic World. They did T-Rex. They did Giganotosaurus, and they did Indoraptor. Was a Walmart exclusive. Indoraptor was the only one I didn't have. And last weekend there was some crazy discount where it was $16 or something. It was like $20, and then I had like $6 of Walmart cash on a $70 item. I says, I don't care where, I got to figure out how to put this. I'm buying it. And then it got lost very conveniently in the mail, third-party courier. So I raised hell with Walmart, and they're like, well, we don't have it in stock anymore. You'll have to buy from one of our third-party sellers, and when you prove that you've received it, we'll refund you the difference, which is like, okay, I can handle that. So I have to go get it today, whatever. And I'm like, this is just this, by comparison, small toy that got lost in a direct inside the U.S. So when, Eternia, it's like you expect someone's going to just gank it, because if you just do a passive, cursory Google search, you're like, I can make some money fast.
Yeah.
But it arrived pristine, no customs. Like it was basically overnighted from Canada. I can't imagine what that cost them, because they only charged me $60 for shipping, and for something as big as Eternia, like that's it right there.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Huge.
I have an open mind.
Huge.
Yeah, and then they put it in an outer. They have an outer box. They put reinforcers all around it, and then built a box around it. So it was about this much bigger on every face. Like I have video of my wife bringing it in, and it's the only time that bringing in toys she's ever looked really annoyed. She was just like, because I told her, I'm like, babe, it's like a almost 5-foot long box, and it's 3+ foot tall box. It's 40 to 60 pounds. I said, and don't get me wrong, she's a strong woman. She's lifted up all kinds of stuff. It's like our dog weighs more than that, and she just lifts up the dog, and it's no big deal. And I said, I'll go with you. We can do this together. She goes, no. I want to do this for you. I'm like, are you sure? And she says, yeah. So she takes our little Honda Accord down the street and tries to fit that sumbitch in the back seat. And she somehow managed to do it without taking the door off.
Oh, wow.
Then comes home and there's this video of just huff.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to have done that.
She's a good woman. But maybe next time I tell her, I'll come with you. Maybe she'll listen to me. I don't know.
I think you owe her a Spice Girl.
Gaff says there's a
Spice Girl.
There's a Ginger's $10 on eBay plus shipping.
Yep.
Oh.
And they said that there was the world tour. There was a whole set of the world tour ones.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, like the import tax in Britain especially, it's very consistent. Like Boba Hicks was looking for what the hell is his name? Motu guy, gray face, like Medusa basically, but a dude. I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
It wasn't like Snake Face or something?
Might have literally been Snake Face, right? And he was like, we can't, they're not over here. And I'm like, they're rare here too. Like you don't really come across them too much. And I had just so happened to have had a second one that I had sold a few weeks prior. And I was like, motherfucker, you just told me I'd have given it to you. And so I made it my life's work to get him one. And Big Bad happened to have one in stock, and they do international shipping. And it was only $8, which is not bad considering. He goes across, and he had to pay the same amount of money in import taxes.
Custom tax, yeah.
Horrible, but it's one Origins figure, right? And he was
see you, Mr. B. See you later, dude.
Cheers, Mr. B.
See you, Mr. B.
Bye.
What does Terry say? He was sent a package from Kelly Slaughter's. He was sent a package from Kelly Slaughter's daughter. Kelly's
Sergeant Slaughter's daughter, Kelly.
Okay. Wow. That's nice. Cool.
She's a lot of fun. She's a good lady.
And got the dreaded letter asking. Yeah, the import tax. Yeah, it's a pain. It is a pain.
Yeah, when you think about that, like just the fact that they're like, okay, for us to pick this up and hand it to you, we're going to charge you, 10% of its value or whatever crap. But I don't know how it's calculated. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they're delivering it door to door. You have to go pick it up, right?
The bloody no, you get a letter from the customs house, and then you have to pay the fine, and then it gets delivered the next day.
Oh, okay. So you can do it all like online and whatnot now.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I mean, that's mildly less of a crappy thing to do.
Yeah, it's just the tax man takes a bit of everything, don't they? You know, just crafty. If they can tax you, they will.
Yeah, and that was why when because it was like with the Unicron, I could have ordered it directly from any one of the sites that are official with O1 Studio, but I was like, I don't want to mess with all that. Mm-mm. So when Big Bad has it up for relatively the same price, and I don't have to mess with import tax and all that crap, thank you. You know, let them deal with all the risk, and I'll just buy it. But that's a rarity. There's not. And here in America, I don't know that there's really a good place to get imports. A lot of times you're better off ordering direct from like Japanese sites if you want Japanese stuff, and then it's all. It feels like there's so many logistical holes in international toy collecting, or any international collecting for that matter, that someone has yet to rise and fill. And I just wish that someone would figure it out. And no, I'm not going to be that guy, because international shipping is such a pain in the dick. But
it's getting worse.
Yes, it is.
Although shipping stuff from Australia is probably not as expensive as it is for you guys. So, I mean, yes.
Shipping to
I'm
you
sure.
is
I'm
insane.
sure that I mean,
What's up,
I've
Marvin?
actually brought stuff from Big Bad Toy and had it sent to Australia. So, but I just remember, I think it cost me. I think they charged me something like 80 Australian or something for the
This is
shipping,
insane
and
Yeah,
it
that's
was
that's insane.
that was
compared to what they
deluxe.
charge us, which is $4.
Yeah, right. Well, deluxe, two deluxe sort of. The old Black Series, it was Harm with the Tauntaun 6-inch.
You're talking about two
Uh, I-
packages about yo big.
yeah, and a couple of other figures. So that's how big the parcel was, just to give you an idea. Yeah. So like, I really wanted these figures, and there was nowhere you could find them other than third-party sellers in
Right.
Australia, who were charging ridiculous prices.
Because
And
they
then
didn't
someone
order.
said to me, "Oh, a Big Bad toy store in America that they'll send to Australia." I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I jumped on the website, and sure enough, I ended up placing an order. But yeah, it didn't take that long to get here either, if I remember right. But that was a few years ago. That was actually pre bug era. So
Right.
things changed substantially in the world when the bug thing happened. So
Well, that's like
you know.
one of my good buddies in Australia, Johnny Sorensen. He, I keep telling him, like,
You know,
I'll
would have
send
been
you.
funny if Johnny, he was up the right. No, anyway, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I think it's funny. That's an American thing to do. It's like, oh, he's from Australia. Do you know him? You know, no, of course not. Australia's
I've been
gigantic.
asked that question on YouTube, so yeah,
I believe
it
it.
happens.
I believe it. Because
It happens.
everyone thinks all the Australian toy YouTubers live in the same town for some reason, and they don't.
They don't?
Well, there's a
No.
lot of us on the East Coast that
Right.
you know, like I don't make content, so I'm not one of them. But like your usual Mike, he's on the East Coast of Australia in New South Wales. Keep on collecting. They're also in the same state, but a little bit further south. I'm way south. I'm in a different state. I'm in Victoria. But yeah, a lot of the toy collectors are on the East Coast. So
And
it's
then you
pretty
get like
weird, but
analog toys that are out
yeah.
in the middle of fuck nowhere.
Well, the majority of the population's on the East Coast of Australia too, so I guess
Right.
that's a thing too. I guess, yeah.
And
I
that
mean, you
Go
do
ahead.
make content, Michael. Technically.
Well, you know, I don't have per se like my own content that I created, if you know what I mean.
I mean, you're
Hey,
technically making content right now.
Ghosty's here.
I mean,
Ghosty's put Nathan in the chat.
I mean, you are technically a member of the Top Gun Model School, which
Thank
streams
you.
every Saturday,
Thank you. Thank
3
you.
p.m. You are also the president of the SRA squad.
I'm not, hang on. I'm not the
All
president.
right,
I thought it was
all
the other
right,
bloke.
all right, zombies.
Yeah,
Your
zombies.
vice.
Vice president?
Zombies the leader.
I
He'll
thought
jump
G
on
Force was
now. Won't he?
the president.
Oh no! This is a completely
This
different.
is a different squad of the SRA.
This is a crack squad of. Put it
Special
this
Forces
way:
team.
you send us in when things need to be done, because we're all sexually oppressed Australians. So we're obviously very angry men.
So do you mean crack squad or crack smoking squad? Because that could be the same.
Nah.
I'm just
Crack smoking, yeah.
what they pay me for. That's what they pay me for.
Uh,
That's what happens. You wind your hair up tight enough, and your wit just goes to turbo.
You know
and then
something?
you just, if you can't, you just prime the engine by pulling on the sideburns a little bit. You know.
I found
And if-
something very disturbing. They released this stat that my city is the heroin capital of Australia.
well, I mean,
Heroin is the
Well,
biggest
then.
drug here still. In Sydney, they're the biggest users of cocaine in Australia.
I believe it. I've met people
But
who said,
yeah. But yeah, I'm
Mad
still
Max.
disturbed the fact that that's still kicking around and it's a thing. Like, yeah,
Well, like,
yeah.
I think that with cocaine, I can only speak to that one. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but like,
hold on a minute. Where did this? Hold on a minute.
Hang on. Hang
Hold
on.
on a minute.
Yeah,
Right.
no, sorry, just had to have a bump.
This channel was blacklisted years ago. So I'm not particularly bothered.
Hold on a second.
A
Let me
minute
sit
ago, we were building Lego, talking about Jerry Halliwell's boobies and the latest G.I. Joe. When did this get onto heroin?
yeah, we went from
Where did that go?
we could
Lego
go all sorts of directions, mate.
Yeah, we went from Lego to heroin in less than an hour. That's pretty.
That's a talent. That is
It
a
is.
talent.
It is. All I was going to say.
See, Lego's a gateway drug.
It is. All I was going to say was that the 70s, it seemed like the whole world really liked that particular drug, but Australia never grew out of it.
Yeah, apparently
all
not.
I was going to say.
That was just a trivia thing I heard the other day. I was like blown away. I was like, what?
So I was going to say, although you're not a content creator per se, you are also, if you're not on this channel, you're basically you're on Vader's Girls channel a lot. So so despite not being a content creator, it's hard to avoid you on YouTube.
Well, that's a good thing or a bad thing.
If I'm not in the stream, I'm in the chat. You just can't get away from me. No.
Yeah, so it's funny that, isn't it? You know, I'm never gonna make content. I'm not a content creator. He's on YouTube more than anyone.
I have been this week.
He also doesn't show off shows in Australia on my channel either or anything. He doesn't film.
There you go.
At all. You're right. Never.
Oh, that's true. I have created content for you, haven't I?
There you go.
Filming live events.
Well, all the fun, none of the responsibility. I admire it.
Well, it's just that I'm not probably one of those people that would sit there and edit it. I'm I think it's, editing and all that side that puts me off it all. And then I see people like poor G-Force that takes him, 3 days to upload a video. It's like, do I want to be doing that? Do I want to be doing that?
I still feel bad for him and his. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're friends of mine that deal with that kind of stuff, and I'm like, ugh. And the place like we're looking to build or buy, like they have fiber that's 2 gigs in both directions consistently, and I'm just like, ugh, what a luxury that is. I remember getting 5 meg internet and thinking, oh my God, this is the fastest thing ever. Because back in the day, it would take me a half hour to download one MP3.
I remember getting the internet.
Yes.
Just getting the internet, even if it was through a CD.
Oh,
Prodigy, AOL. Yeah.
It was Earthlink. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Earthlink. Yeah.
Oh,
When I bought my second good computer, it came with 6 months free of AOL.
wow.
So that was the first time we had internet, is we signed up with AOL.
Yeah.
I love how they perpetuated, they suppressed, AOL managed to suppress US based knowledge of internet browsers for 6 years. It's
What?
there's a thing you can use and you don't have to pay for it. You just need the connection and you're done.
Wow.
Such a Wild West.
We
thing.
have what do you call it?
National
broadband system. It's actually the government started this massive, so everyone in Australia is connected to that now. All the other internet systems got shut down in this country, and we've only got the one thing going, and it is quite high speed and stuff. You can pay extra money and you'll get a faster speed. They'll put it through, but yeah. So yeah,
it's an interesting trade-off for accessibility versus free market competition.
Yeah.
But I do think at this point the internet is a necessity in all countries, and you really should have access to it. And the thing is, I compare that where it's it's kind of sucky that you don't have options. But then you look at countries where they flat out block you from most of the world through their service. It's well, which is worse at that point?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But if the Australian government decided to say okay, nothing anywhere that mentions or depicts firearms of any kind can you go to those sites, which they could do if they wanted to.
They could.
It's a very, very slippery slope.
It's privately run, but it was a scheme that the government rolled out. So they were like, we're going to put this new high-speed internet right around Australia, all right through the middle of it, everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. Everyone will be able to use it. And it just replaced everything else. And not only that, how's this? We weren't even given a choice. We were like, if you want to be on the internet, you better hook up with this because you're not going to get anything else. There's no other option.
Wow.
So that's the thing that happened. Everyone's hand was forced into it, basically. So yeah, but I don't know. It seems to work fine. So I'm not complaining. It's faster than what I had before, and yeah, I'm actually a long way where I am. I'm actually at the back of the property and in a bungalow, and the actual box is inside. So I'm using the Wi-Fi signal, and I still get a really good high-speed signal out here. And all my streaming services and that, they just they're as quick as so. Yeah, but it was just everyone was a little bit put off when they said,
for a minute.
"Oh, okay, Kat." Everyone was really annoyed and put off because the government basically said, you have to have this, or else you're off. You're not online anymore, basically. So that was the annoying part of it. It was like, you didn't have a choice. It was like, okay, it was forced upon you. And some areas it rolled out, and then some areas it took years before it got there. But yeah, as it rolled out into different areas, it actually sort of they shut all the different systems down as soon as it came up and running. So they'd be like, okay, you need to change by next week, or else you're gone, kind of thing. Although they gave you a lot more notice than a week, don't get me wrong, but you knew it was coming. You knew it was going to happen if you didn't do, And then of course, there was all these companies that were selling it at different prices. So that was a thing too.
everyone had NBN, but some people had it for, say, whatever, $10 a
And
month
what's
instead of
interesting too,
15 for someone else,
and when you're talking about like a utility at that point, because that's what they're classifying it as,
yeah,
you have almost an interestingly opposite approach to electricity here in the state of Texas, which itself is the size of a country. And
yeah,
our
oh yeah,
electricity here is off of the US grid, which is both good and bad. The good side of it is you have an absolutely free market. So where anyone can access the grid and provide electric service to you. And so there's like a bajillion electric companies here. The problem
yeah, we've
is
got a
that,
lot of those too, yeah.
yeah, see, but in the rest of the country, in the rest of the United States, that's not a thing.
Okay.
They have regional, like this is one company that handles this area, maybe two, maybe.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
in Texas,
Welcome to California.
yeah,
Oh, is that
Yes.
what California's like? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
and
like
that's
there's like two or three just in like the Southern California area. Like
yeah, and that's more than most states because like California is similarly as very close to being as big as Texas. It's just stretched out, right?
yeah.
But like in the rest of the country, especially the Northeast and the Midwest, is you've got one company if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we've been looking at is buying a lot of land and just doing like insane amounts of solar panels and maybe even some
I was
wind
going to
power.
say solar would have to be huge in Texas, wouldn't it? With the
It is. It's a big business here because you're incentivized to the point where if you have enough solar power, you can do a surplus and they'll actually pay you to use that power.
Yeah.
And which is nice. But then I look at my electric bills these days and how much I use in 1,000 square foot apartment. Then we're looking at a 2,000 square foot house with a basement plus a shop and all this other stuff. It's like I don't see myself getting a surplus of energy anytime soon. I just want to keep my bill low.
That's interesting because every new Australian house that gets built now, they have to have solar panels on the roof. And a lot of people have got their own solar power on their roofs now. And to the point where that if you get enough panels, you're virtually not even paying a power bill anymore because you're actually the energy that you're accumulating is going into the grid. And so the
Right.
power companies give you like a monetary kind of
Yeah, and that's the way it
a
works here too.
concession for that. So you get X amount off your bill because yeah. And some
Right.
people are clever enough to go, all right, well, let's just go over the top, spend the money now on the panels,
Right.
and then they get like a big battery kind of storage for the household as well. So if it ever power ever gets shut off, they've got a reserve for themselves anyway,
The
like
problem
a
with
backup.
the problem with the solar is because we're going through this at the moment. We've just put solar up on all of our premises. It's not the panels. The panels are actually pretty cheap. And the payback on the panels is pretty quick. It's the batteries that cost
It's the
a lot of money.
battery. It's the battery technology.
And so if you can avoid the batteries, so in other words, if you can say in England where there's not much sun, what the solar we do generate is used straight away, so you haven't got to store it. If you're somewhere like Texas or Australia where you've got a lot of sun, then
We do up north. Yeah, we always constant sun.
then you need the batteries because you get it all. You get a lot intense at certain times, and you can't use all of it. So you have to store it to use it another time, and the payback on storage on batteries is like 10 years. So that's the problem. The batteries have got to come down in price to make it more viable.
And while I agree with that, I also will take that challenge of not being able to use that electricity fast enough. For example, in the room I'm in right now, I have these two LED panels, 4 27-inch monitors, a computer that's running a 1,500 watt power supply, and it's always on. I've got the LED lights in here, and that's just one room. And then, we run the AC constantly. I'm getting bills in excess of $350 a month
Yeah, it's a lot of money
Realistic
in it, but yeah.
So if I
Do
can
you
do
guys
enough
have
panels,
wind farms as well?
they're a thing, but not here in Texas because we don't get that much wind.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Colorado and California, Arizona, like the western, the mid, and the west
Yeah.
is where that's
Yeah.
more a thing. Mhm.
So the
Now,
best, the most
we
efficient
get wind,
wind
but
is
it's
offshore.
hurricane, and then that's the whole thing.
Yeah, the most
Yeah.
efficient. We that's what we have got a lot of. So the government here has invested a shit ton in, but it's offshore. That's where the most wind is. So off the north
Yeah.
coast, the largest wind farms in the world are off the north coast, in the North Sea, and they're
Yeah,
absolutely
they want to
massive.
build some massive ones off the coast, southern coast here of Australia. Problem that has arisen that where they wanted to put it is actually a whale breeding ground
Ugh,
and
Lord,
Yeah,
can't do that.
nursing area. Like these whales have been coming there for, well, God knows, centuries. And they always go to this one part of Australia, and they breed and they have their calves there and everything, and then they go, leave eventually. And the other thing is, when they arrive for that, guess what else arrives? Heaps of great whites, because they're waiting there to pick off the young.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah. So you get a lot of. So that's like like if you know the shape of Australia, there's that bit down the bottom that's sort of like a little curve. It's
Yeah, that
known
little
as the
like
bite. It's known as the bite, like someone's bitten. But yeah,
right, it's a
so
huge
that area
bay.
there
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
breeding ground, but it's also notoriously famous for very high winds and consistent winds, like daily. So that's why it was the perfect place. But now they're worried about the impact of them driving pylons into the ocean for the to hold these massive things up, and how it'll affect the whales, whether it'll change them, whether we end up making this particular species of whale extinct because of it. Like,
You
so
can
yeah.
lose like a whole generation if you're not
Well,
careful.
it's interesting. Well, more than generation, you could probably make them extinct because it's the southern right whale, and they're only found in the southern waters of the world, and there ain't a lot of them. Because unfortunately, as you're probably widely aware of, uh, these fishermen that come from the northern, like Japan, and they come down here and they're allowed to kill so many whales for research. Um, so yeah, research. I
Yeah,
don't
I've
know
seen
how
that South
many.
Park episode. Like, yeah,
Yeah, they've been doing research for like 30 years now, and yeah, and they kill what they can. They if they're allowed to kill 30 whales a ship, guarantee that ship will be out there to kill the 30 whales before it goes back to Japan. So yeah, so that's the thing. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just one of those things in the world, isn't it? Really, it's like
it feels like there's like a Sharknado reboot you could film there because you've got
oh.
high winds, whales, great white sharks, and angry Japanese men. There's a movie there somewhere.
Oh, well, see, that's the thing.
Somewhere.
Officially, that's
Wow.
Australian waters, and what they tend to do is they tend to uh, just stay outside our international waters to pick these suckers off.
Mm,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
the old "I'm not touching you" game. Yeah, I played
yeah.
that when I was a kid.
and New Zealand have a big problem with them too, and of course
I imagine.
Greenpeace is always there. Like driving boats and scaring whales off and doing all of that to protect them. But yeah, I find it
Yeah,
fascinating
we're a
how.
long way from Star Trek 4, aren't we?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that was the thing too.
Yeah, we arrogantly thought we could save them with a science fiction film.
Well, it might have made you more aware of
Oh, it
what
did.
was
No, there's no
happening.
question. I remember it was
And I
huge.
think
And
whale numbers have replenished worldwide,
yes,
like in
I'm making a
everywhere.
joke. Stop
So
ruining my damn joke.
no, sorry, man. I was like, yeah, sorry, yeah,
Sorry, mate.
yeah, no, you're right.
But no, it
What a double. Oh, fuck.
What
But
am I doing? Don't mess with Texas. I should have known that.
I'm not from here though. I'm not from here. I'm a Yankee.
What does Spock say on the bus? What a double to the punk.
Well, double dumbass on you. That's
Dumbass on you then.
well, he references that. Kirk says that to a cab driver when they first get to San Francisco, and then he's explaining like Captain, I don't understand. It's superlative metaphors. Da, 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 da.
Colorful expletive. Yeah.
And then he does the Vulcan neck pinch on the punk, which my favorite piece of trivia from that movie. That punk song that was being played was actually recorded by the music supervisor on a lunch break. And he did everything was mic'd through a broken speaker to get that weird crackly punk sound. And he just wrote it and recorded it in an hour. It's not a real band. Meanwhile, it's one of the best punk songs I've ever heard.
Say screw you.
Yeah. And I berate you. And I say screw you. Yeah. And it's just this guy from California doing a fake British oi accent. It's like so cheesy. You know. And I always was like, what the fuck? I want to hear more from that band. They never recorded anything else. It was just this thing to do for the movie.
I always wondered who they were.
Well, he was like, we can pay, a couple $1,000s to a real punk band, or if you give me $150 to go to a pawn shop to get a crappy speaker, I can have this done in an hour. And that's what he did.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Great film, though. Do you know, I love that whole set of films because they're all totally different, from Rafa Khan is like just a masterpiece, Yeah.
And for like 5 years, the ringtone on my phone was the theme when Khan's approaching.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
amazing.
because anyone calling me, that's a surprise attack because no one calls me. Right? It's true. No one calls.
Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing because my my phone alarm is R2D2. No, sorry, the Death Star siren.
That goes off if my boss
that
or my
wakes
mum
me up every
or my
morning.
mum
That
phones
does.
me.
Yeah, every morning. Sorry. Yeah, no, I've got R2. R2 tells me when I've got text messages. R2 talking. It gives me the little R2 whistle. So I know when I've got my text message. Everyone, it's funny if you're in a queue or something and someone text message you and they hear that R2D2 noise. It's really funny if you got your phone in your pocket. You just watch people's reactions. Like they look around like, I know that's R2D2. Like, what's going? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where it's coming from.
For like 8 years, I had the my text notifications specific to the woman I was dating at the time. An email from her or a text from her was the Godzilla roar from Godzilla 84.
Oh, wow.
Now, that was not.
I don't know what that's saying. I don't know what that's saying, though.
It was not meant to be like, oh, she's the like a monster. I'm a big Godzilla guy, so that was meant to be like the highest honor. She thought I was.
Did she know that though? Did she know that?
Well, she's an ex now, so it's more appropriate now. But that would go off in my pocket, and it was real loud, so I could hear it, through my pocket, and it would always. People will always be like, "Oh man, is that Godzilla?" I'm like, "Yes, it is." They're like, "Why is your phone roaring at you?" I'm like, "Oh, the lady has something to say," and they would all have the same reaction you guys did. So you get the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. But now, having worked in so many work environments where it was imperative that you not have a phone go off. My phone's been on silent, I kid you not, for at least 6 years.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Same here.
The only sound that can get through is something from my wife, and that's it.
Wow.
Not even my wife. None of that. And I usually have like a wrestling theme on my phone.
Ooh.
So it's
like ring entrance music.
Yeah.
Who's
So,
your favorite?
Currently, I like the New Day.
Well,
Then,
obviously.
but then there's
Wearing the shirt.
also. Oh yeah, that too. Slept with it on, you know. But no, I like some of my favorites. Obviously, The Rock, Stone Cold.
Sure.
Yeah, those are. I think those are some of the bigger ones I've had play. Like like for a while, I had my wife as The Rock, and then everybody else is Stone Cold.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that juxtaposition. That makes sense. That'd kind of be like having, Darth Vader for everybody and Luke Skywalker for, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to have as my ringtone on an older phone, I had the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Because I just thought, I used
Yeah.
because I just I channel myself a little bit like Larry David. Sometimes I'm like,
Oh, I get that all the time.
I question things and like say things that I probably shouldn't sometimes, and so it was the appropriate.
Oh.
Someone said, actually, one of my friends actually downloaded it on my phone and said, "I hope this is the appropriate
Oh wow.
ringtone for you," and it
Right.
was yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah,
Well, like
loved it.
that whole thing, like honestly, some of the things my wife and I will get high and then watch something, and I will make fun of every single person on the television how they speak because my ear hears it so differently after I've had a couple puffs of the halflings leaf, right? Perfectly legal in Texas, by the way. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Oh no, it's fun.
No, you're all good.
But if you just had like a little Zoom recorder in our living room on any given night where that's happening, and that leaked, I would get canceled on every social media platform that exists. I'd piss off somebody, right? Left, centrist, doesn't matter. It would just everyone would be, like, so pissed off because I say the dumbest, curmudgeoniest crap ever.
Well, that's like me and my wife. We always had like Sundays. Sometimes when we were off on Sundays, we'd have like marathon days, and we'd watch some of the crappiest stuff. And one of our favorite crappiest shows was 90 Day Fiance.
Wow.
That show, like, I hated it, but it was hilarious. And it was like, we could have started a show, just us over talking and like just talking about the show. Cause we're just sitting there like, I can't believe this, or like this. And why is this going on? And this dude, and it's like, but it was like you said, sometimes there were so stuff that like, if somebody heard us say this, oh my God.
Right.
And we weren't even, touching the sticky green or anything, we were
right.
We were sober. We were just sitting there, just my goodness, I can't believe this person.
I think that's reality shows are meant to do that to you sometimes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We have our favorite. It's The Challenge.
I mean, I really wish that it would die, like reality TV would die off a bit, because I miss people making original,
Me too.
Give me another Seinfeld. Give me another,
Give me another Battlestar Galactica.
Well, yeah, I mean, like anything. Give us something original, like you just don't get that anymore. It's all about reality TV.
But just something scripted, like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wish there was more, like you said, original, but like just more scripted stuff, something with some thought behind it. Like,
I just feel as though you sort of, unless you're brought into like some show on a streaming service these days. I don't know the rest of the world, but Australian mainstream TV, like free to air TV, they just rerun, Seinfeld and stuff like that these days because there's nothing else. There's no like sitcoms anymore. There's no one really making, unless they're only making it exclusive for Netflix or, you know what I mean? Like it's not as I mean,
Well, that's where the money's
you
at.
think about everyone in the world knew what Seinfeld was because it was on everyone's TV sets
Yeah,
around
yeah.
the world.
Well, I don't like Seinfeld. I'm that
Yeah,
weird guy.
I actually, he
No,
was the
true,
worst
true,
character in the
true.
show. But yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah.
But fun fact, the Australian version of Ninja Warrior is by
Yeah.
far the best version of Ninja Warrior that exists.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, because during the pandemic, sorry, I had to say the P word.
Yeah.
I was on a kick because I realized that there was an American Ninja Warrior season coming up. I was very excited to watch because I hadn't had a chance to just sit and watch it in so long.
Yeah.
But I couldn't wait. And
Yeah.
using VPN, I was able to go on to the Australian, I think it's Channel 9, and
Yeah,
they
that's
had
right. Channel
every
9.
season of Australian Ninja Warrior on there, and it's great.
I don't know
wow.
what Ninja War is. What
All
Ninja
set,
War is.
like it's really hardcore. And yes, you do get the like, hey, this is who I am. This is why I'm running Ninja Warrior. This is my little gimmick. And it's real short, little vignette. That's it. And then everything else it's on the course. You get to know the person by what they're doing on the course.
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior has devolved into, I have 3 very rare diseases and I have risen above and this and that. It's like,
okay.
it's obscene. Everyone's
Yeah, right, yeah.
you know, it's worse than American wrestling entertainment in terms of it being like, because at least wrestling, even WWE at this point, at least it has that comic book vibe to it still a little bit. These are
Yeah.
supposed to be real ass people doing
Yeah.
an obstacle course competing for
Yeah.
$1 million, and
Yeah.
everyone was supposed to cry because they made it on the monkey bars.
Yeah.
Like they'll have this, I shit you not, like a 6-minute vignette telling their whole backstory, and you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
you
I
don't need that. You don't need that.
and they fail on the second obstacle and they never come back.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
see him again, and you've just spent 6 minutes. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I
And
agree.
meanwhile they'll have like, while you were away. I'm like, bullshit, this was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
First of all, they show
yeah.
a complete run of somebody in highlights for over 30 seconds. I'm like, I would have liked to have seen that run.
Yeah, the good ones are always like, yeah, right in, like during the commercial.
Right. While you were away.
Yeah,
Australian Ninja
like-
Warrior doesn't do that shit. They show the fails like that.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Australian Ninja Warrior is like, and the choruses are fucking hard. Like they're really cool. Like I love it.
That is a good show. I'm glad that was actually they were filming that where I live in my city, and then because my city became the most lockdown city in Australia, in the world virtually, that they moved it because they were still making the show during those years.
Right.
And they moved it out of my state because we had all these weird rules that it made it too hard for them to film here in my state anymore. So they moved it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I remember seeing the course. It was set up permanently down on one of our Docklands sites. And I remember driving past it and I was like, I was blown away with how high like the tower and stuff was. Like you've seen it on the show, but to see it in real life, you're like, oh my God, they actually try to climb that? Like, are you kidding me? Like, not on my best day, I would have been able to climb that sucker.
Not in my prime.
Like, and I've definitely got no hope now weighing what I weigh.
Right. And when they filmed during that time here, the American version, and Cap, I don't know how much you watch it, but do you remember like they piped in like a fake, it was like not a laugh track, but like cheering noises.
Oh, yeah, we had fake crowds. Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is, because they did show it one time, they're like, here's why we did it. Because like they showed like them on the track with them just with someone on a TV screen egging them on, and it was creepy. It was so quiet.
Yeah.
You know,
that happened with our big football league here, our Australian Rules Football League, because my city's like got majority of the teams are based here because it was actually a state competition that expanded nationally, right? So we're still like got the majority of the teams in this city here, and when that event was on, they said, "All right, we're going to keep playing, so we can give the public something to watch," and that
Sure.
was awesome. So they started showing the games in empty stadiums where there was normally 50 to 100,000 people making noise, and they played these games, and you could literally hear the players talking. It was dead quiet,
So
right?
Eerie.
And then what they decided to do after about 2 weeks was add the fake crowd noise. And believe it or not, all of a sudden watching the game again felt normal. Even though you knew it was a fake crowd, you were used to that background noise
It's that
being associated
psychology.
to the
Yeah, yeah.
sport.
well,
Yeah.
that's like
So
that's like
that's why I think they did that kind of stuff, because it
Oh,
was
sure.
implanted in our brains that if you're watching that, you expect that. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh,
that's like
sure. Because they're
some of the wrestling shows now.
yep.
yeah,
They do that, and you can tell that it's piped in because you look at even with the crowd there, you can see the crowd, and they're just sitting there with their hands
yeah,
sitting on their hands, and you're like, how are they cheering? Where's the
yeah,
cheering coming from when they're
Right,
just
and
sitting
they
there?
preemptively do that because a lot of times the crowds will say stuff they're not supposed to say on network
Yeah,
TV,
yeah.
which
Well,
is why part of why they're
yeah.
moving Raw to Netflix.
Netflix.
And
Oh, yeah.
Triple H said, "Hey, we're going to be uncensored on Raw on Netflix."
Oh yeah, no, that's
so
gonna be
so the crowd can say whatever they want. So it's kind of like you have your cake and eat it too. But I'm like, how uncensored is the action going to be? Like, I wonder about that.
They'll
Well,
start
they
cracking
started
down
adding-
on what's the name? They'll start cracking down on that sort of stuff on paid TV eventually, whatever you want to call it, streaming services. They've got a free reign at the moment, but I reckon censorship eventually will catch up with them as well,
Well,
like free to air networks kind of thing. So
the
yeah,
fact of the matter is that they were smart enough to have like kids sections to all of these things and give every possible parental control in the world. Plus, it's a private service that you have to pay into. Like, there's no way to mistakenly get this thing, right?
yeah,
So I think that at least in America, the First Amendment's going to be pretty easily defended in that realm, because not only, like in the case of like a Netflix, do they have that kind of autonomy? You have alternatives like Disney, which by and large, there's not a ton of like bad for kids stuff on there. There's a little bit,
Oh,
we've got some, like, the
Disney's
Deadpool
pretty
stuff,
one of the safer
for the most
ones,
part.
that's for sure.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I mean,
comparative
they've got a
to,
lot of stricter rules, don't they, with Disney? So
well, that's just the way that they're so strict, in fact, that if you work for them and you have the appearance of being unsavory, you get fired.
Oh,
I don't want to go
I
down
mean,
that
that's why
road.
we haven't got the slave one anymore, or I
Oh,
can't.
we do. They just don't reference it.
Yeah. Well,
They
and
don't
then
call it that anymore.
and then
No, and I
they
understand
won't
why.
allow.
And then they
won't
blow it
allow
up.
certain characters to be made, like for example,
Ula.
maybe a slightly raunchy Princess Leia in an outfit. They won't redo that figure,
No.
it's because of the Disney censorship, but yeah.
Right, and they censor it under the guise of whether you want it to be like the outlook that the reputation of the company. But then you look at, like, say, Boba Fett ship slave 1. Like, I get why that's an unsavory thing to say. Obviously, I understand that.
100%.
However, in a world where we have people that deny certain parts of our history that actually happened, okay, I think that keeping something like that in the vernacular is an easy gateway. Like, have that open discussion about it so that we don't lose our past and we can continue to learn from it. Like, you cannot prevent another Second World War by not learning about how it got there, right? It's just, I don't that whole idea of the suppression of things you would rather not think about, because I don't want to have to think about any of that stuff if I can help it.
Well,
but at the same time, you should, because
that's like look, I grew up with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Dukes of Hazzard, and the flag on top never bothered me.
Didn't cross your mind, yeah.
No, until people started bringing it up, and I'm like, oh, okay. But can I still have the Dukes of Hazzard? Like, I still want to, like, I want to go back and watch it, but it's like, oh no, if you watch it now, you know. And I'm like, I mean, like you said, it could lead to some. You could talk about it. Something that's like, there's so much stuff that like, if we just talk to each other about it, we might have a better situation and be able to, you know, not have to destroy or get rid of everything, but just, you know, maybe actually think about it and actually come together more.
Exactly. And as a society, agree universally we're never going to let that happen again.
Yeah.
But instead we suppress it. We don't talk about it. It's scary. And then that's how you have all these wackos that are, you know, I don't even want to go into it here, but it's crazy. Spider Star is asking how I feel about the redhead from Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never watched more than 5 minutes of any Pirates of the Caribbean film. I have no idea who that is. So if someone has context, please tell me and I'll tell you what I think. But I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've seen
Which redhead would he be talking about?
I've seen a bunch of Pirates of the Caribbean, but and I've seen them all.
I think I've seen them all.
And
A long
I still
time
don't know
ago,
who you're
but-
talking about. Wait a minute, Cat's got
Well,
Legos now. Wait a minute, Cat's got Legos.
Ooh.
What happened? Did the cat finish the puzzle?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what she's doing. Oh,
Oh, that's why the egg is in the back. Okay.
oh yeah, she's opened the Jurassic
do that.
Park set she brought.
But while I'm here, look, I can. I've got a little rawr too.
Oh wow.
I can go right.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, that's a cool set, isn't it?
That's really cool set.
That didn't even cost her a lot, either. You got yourself on mute, Cat, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It was only
I was hoping
like-
you weren't talking to us or making growling noises
No.
while you had it.
no. It was only $14 and it's got almost 300 pieces.
Damn.
Wow.
And then there's another one with a Velociraptor and like a Jeep. And that's only $7. And that still has like 200 pieces in it. So,
Wow.
Wow.
That's really cool.
but Rafi asked me to build the truck, so that's what I'm doing for him.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be like Cat when I grow up.
That's cool. I've got I'm waiting for the Olympic ceremony to start. That'll be
I've
on.
got that on my DVR set, so we're gonna watch that later.
I got my TV on in the background. They're doing it really different, eh? They're like all the teams are going down the river in boats and barges, and
Oh, that's
the
cool.
ceremony's not even at the stadium. It's actually on the Somme, on the river, and
the same.
they've involved Seine. Is it? What is it?
Seine.
Seine. Thank you. And they're featuring like all these different landmarks will be in the ceremony, like the Eiffel Tower, for example. I remember one Australian journalist was reporting from there, and he said there's this massive cable running from the river all the way up to the tower. So they're thinking maybe the flame's going to travel along it, or so it might be worth watching. It could be a thing.
Well, we have YouTube TV as a cable alternative, which is even as expensive as it is. It's still the best game in town, I find. Because I called my cable company, who their rates on the internet are insanely low. And we actually had a subsidy through the government that gave us a discount to where we had free internet for over a year. It just so happened that where we live, it was a place where like accessibility was really important. So they installed this credit to give people access. And then on top of that, we have that particular company is exclusive to us here in the apartment complex, which normally I'd be mad about, but it's the one I already had, so it was easy for me. So we get a discounted price off of that. Then they had the credit, so it was free. And now they're like, well, the credit's gone. We can't give you that credit anymore. I'm like, well, how much is my bill going to be? They're like $20 a month. I'm like, for 300 gigs in both directions, you're going to charge me a whole $20. Like, oh, be still my heart. I'll get over it. And they're like, well, and they're like, oh, well, we also offer 5G internet, 5G phone service very inexpensively. We can give you a year of that for free as a means to say thank you for understanding about the credit. So my cell phone is free now, and I pay $20 for internet. Right? It's weird. But the YouTube TV, like they let you look at the Olympics. Right? I don't know where I was going with that internet service thing. I don't know why that. I haven't smoked today, but sorry. I probably need caffeine.
That's your problem.
Well, damn it! I woke up, turned this on, and then put clothes on and came in here. So just
there's your other problem.
Oh, that's another problem.
We tend to stay naked around here.
Well, the thing is, I almost started my participation in the stream from my couch, just have blanket over my naughty bits. But I thought, no, the lighting's not that good.
Your name's not Zombie, is it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I know your cousin in Australia.
Yeah, right. But YouTube TV has, like, when you choose to DVR the Olympics, they're like, what events specifically do you want? And then you get to say, like, I want this, none of this. So this weekend, like, we're just waiting. We're going to wait till at least tomorrow. So there's a bunch of content sitting there for us, and we can just kind of sift through and fast forward and, watch the Olympics the way I wished I could have as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, the Olympics are a lot more enjoyable for you guys because you guys always win a ton of medals. But, I mean, Australia punches above its weight because we always win a lot. We're actually quite high up in the medal thing for such a small population, so...
One of your great ninja warriors is an Olympian.
What the hell is this Ninja Warriors?
Yeah, have you seen it, Bob?
No,
it's like basically it's an obstacle course, but the obstacles are absolutely ridiculous. No, because it's just you and the course. But the
Nagano
course is
the greatest
hard.
ninja warrior.
Who?
Nagano. He's the greatest.
Nagano.
He was in the original in Japan.
Yeah, Sasuke.
He's the greatest one.
Japanese version of Sasuke.
Yeah.
That's where
his name is Nagano. Yeah. He's the greatest.
Yes.
Often imitated, never equaled. Thank you, Cat. Like I've been watching that show for over 20 years. I have all the original Sasuke. There's a YouTube channel. I won't say their name because I don't want to draw attention to them. You just go search it. But all the original Japanese Sasuke's are on there. And I acquired all of them, and I watched them sometimes.
I hate the American version. I don't watch it. I don't like it at all.
It has really warped into that. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier, how it's just like, there's 6 minutes of like, I have this rare disease, blah, 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 and I do all this charity work, and it's like 6 minutes of that, and then they go on the course and fall on the second obstacle. And then they show you a highlight reel of a completed course. And I was like,
yeah. I think that's, I didn't even think about that, but I was like, I think that's probably why I don't watch it anymore. Like I watched it like the first couple seasons, and I'm like, yeah, this is boring.
Well, now they started bringing in like younger and younger people, like teenagers. Like you can come in as young as like 15, I think it is now, and compete with adults. And it's like, what?
Yep. Australia's always had young people in there.
Right. And if you do it from the start, that's one thing. But now it's like you had a whole separate show you could do with teenagers, and that would have been fun. Yeah. And they did do that. And then it's like, well, is it because NBC doesn't want to fund two separate shows? Or what's going on here? What it is that a lot of the people that are like the superstars, which is what on Sasuke they call them the superstars, like the most notable, the champs, the veterans, people that are going to do it, they're aging out. So they want to try and bring in new blood. I totally understand it. I just don't agree with the implementation of it. And there's people we root for, and if it wasn't for those veterans that we root for, I probably wouldn't watch anymore. Because these young kids pissed me the hell off. I swear, if I hear I'm built different or let's go one more time, I'm going to riot.
One thing that cracks me up about the Aussie show too is like some guy comes out in like jeans and does the course.
Yes.
You know, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
jeans and a t-shirt.
Oh.
Like everyone else is dressed in athletic gear, and some guy rolls up and he gets through the course in like record time,
And that's much
everyone's
more
like,
in
"What's
keeping.
going on?"
That's much more in keeping with the Japanese aesthetic of the original show. People would show up in costumes, and like a stand-up comedian who just happens to work out a lot, so he'd be making jokes the whole way through.
Oh yeah.
And of course, you cannot beat the thrill of an excited Japanese announcer. Oh,
no.
There's just something about that. You know, like Takeshi's Castle. You know, when they redid that at MXD and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They need to bring that back. They could never air that now, but
no.
I think there is a version you can watch, but I don't think it's out of Japan. I think it's out of another Asian.
Well, yeah, MXC
region.
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
It's on I think Tubi or the Roku channel. I watched it the other night.
You can find it. You can find that version, and they revitalized the original Takeshi's Castle in Japan, and it is included on like Prime. So you have that, and it's like that's fun to watch, but it's not quite the same.
No,
right? You are, Ken. You know.
I really, I like those sort of. See now that is worth watching on TV. That or like shows like that are enjoyable. And you find yourself, rooting for someone, and you know what I mean. Like as Kat says all the time, I've got to put it in your terms, rooting, because you don't say that in Australia when you're supporting someone.
Yeah, that's too close. That's too close to rutting, which is animalistic, lewd behavior.
No, rooting's a completely different thing in Australia.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to talk about that apparently. Okay.
Well, Kat, when I told Kat what it was, she was like, "What?" Because she said, "Are you going to go root for your team?" And I was like, "No, I mean it'd be good, but." Yeah, I was like, yeah. It's funny how words have different meanings in different countries, isn't it? And it's still English anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
you guys really do manage to bastardize our language.
Who? What, Australians or
which one?
Americans?
Which country?
You're both.
All of them.
You're both are, because all of you both are.
Yeah, but we're the thing is, once in a while, there's a word we have to take back from you, like aluminum. It's not aluminium. That you put too many vowels in that shit. It's aluminum. I'll grant you everything else, even color with a U. Totally support that. Yeah. But aluminum, I think we need to come to a consensus here.
Well,
right? You're adding fucking syllables.
Aluminium.
The thing is,
I think it's a fair shake.
The thing is, for there to be a consensus, there needs to be a majority of people using the term, and the only people that call it aluminum are our cousins from the United States.
Yeah,
there's a lot more of us than you.
We use aluminium here. That's what we call it in Australia.
So you got 350 million Americans, and the rest of the world calls it aluminium.
Yeah, well, you know what? We created pizza, okay?
Yeah,
and chow mein that's ours.
Chow mein.
Yeah.
So you're claiming stuff.
A lot of the toys that you love started here. Like we have some bargaining chips here. Okay. We have bargaining.
Look, so far you're not having aluminium.
Okay. This reminds me
I'm open
of
to ideas on other things, but
I'd
aluminium.
hate to say it,
not
but
having
I
them, not
support
having them.
my English brother. Yeah, for
That's
me,
fair.
it's aluminium.
It's just
all
annoying as
through and
well.
through.
Aluminum just sounds like.
I didn't know what aluminum was for years. I
what
was
the hell's
like, what the
aluminum?
hell is this guy talking
it sounds
about?
it sounds stronger. Aluminum.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Aluminium
It does
sounds
in a
like
way. It
sounds
does in
like
a way. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds like that all of the that material are made out of the tin foil.
yeah.
The aluminium foil, which you call something different, which is
Plus,
that's
if
fair play.
if you invented it, you could have a claim to it. But as you didn't, you can't claim. You can't claim.
You
the
didn't
language.
invent it either.
Well, it was partly us and the French, I believe. So I think you're wrong there.
I've been wrong before. I'm 47 years old and I'm white. I'm wrong constantly.
There you go.
Okay, and I'll cop to that.
There you go. So you can try and claim something else, but you haven't. But so far you're striking out.
I'll have to think. I'll have to think on this. I'll have to think on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for another time, my friend.
It's a fun game, though. It's a fun game.
I love it. I love it.
I reckon you're right. I reckon the I've got the I'm watching the Olympics as well. I reckon the torch is going to be the bloody Eiffel Tower, isn't it?
Yeah, I reckon the torch is going to be in the Eiffel Tower or something like that, burning over Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's amazing.
Is it weird that I don't want to go to France ever?
France is all right. You've got to deal with the French.
Right, but I've got. Here's the thing.
I don't want to.
I have French fries and freaking bread and croissants here. I've got coffee.
French
what do I need them for?
French salad dressing.
I got
that too.
I got a wife, so I can French kiss. So
Aha!
There's no other reason to go to France. So
I can't think of one.
I've seen the Eiffel Tower on pictures, so I don't know.
About.
Hey, look, I played Twisted Metal 2 where you knock over the Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
It doesn't get much better than that.
Oh my goodness, yes. And ride through it. Oh.
It's a dirty trick to play on people to like knock it over and like bash them up.
Oh yes.
I need to play that later. I have that still.
Oh. See, thinking about that made me think about and I have the game too. It's like a racing game, but you do crashes in them.
Oh, crazy
Burnout. Yeah,
yep.
But it's 2 and 3 are the best ones.
3 is where that started. That's called Crash Mode. They did it in 3. They did it in Revenge, and I think there was another version where it happened. But there's a modern game that's made by the same team. They broke away from Criterion, and they made a game called Dangerous Driving.
Mm-hmm.
If you get it's Dangerous Driving is basically Burnout without Crash Mode. They also have a separate game that comes with the physical version that is Crash Mode. The whole game is Crash Mode. They have 2 of them. So look up PS4, PS5, Xbox One, all that. Dangerous Driving. Look it up. You'll thank me later. Have a couple beers.
I enjoyed Outrun, the arcade game. Outrun. Remember that one? You must.
That was a lot of fun. I used to always wonder, like, how much blood would mat in that blonde's hair when they crashed.
Blonde chick,
you know, like.
It was a really cool game. Like you got to choose the music you listened to, and it was really cool. Like
it was very cool, but they didn't have anything cool like Megadeth or Anthrax on there, so I got bored. I'm picky. I was that guy. So like I used to play a lot of PC games on our 386 when I was a kid. Like you guys were talking about computers earlier. I remember the Apple IIe being like the first computer. Dad eventually got Eventually, we got a regular PC, and I would play like Wing Commander on there, and I'd play Wolfenstein 3D and Doom.
Yeah.
But I had this obsession, like I want to listen to my own music while I'm playing these games, and I was like, how can I integrate this? So at one point, I just put a mic next to a boombox and recorded a Metallica song, and it created a WAV file that filled up the entire hard drive.
Oh, wow.
Because there was no such thing as WMA or MP3 or anything like that. So I had
Yeah.
the idea. If I'd have just really pushed, maybe I would be a billionaire by now. But alas, was not meant to be.
Wow. But I still think that one of the best video sort of car racing, whatever, / games would have to be Mario Kart. Out and out. Mario Kart was always fun.
I'll agree with that.
Everyone,
Yeah.
families will always play it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was the one game I remember sitting around, you know, racing your mates, and you know, it was, yeah.
No, it was that was always fun. Just like you can, I could get my mom, my dad,
Yeah,
aunts,
Mario
uncles,
Kart.
like,
Yeah.
and it's just like you just pick it up and you'll see who's. It's like playing board game like Monopoly with some people. You see who the competitive person is. You
Oh
see,
yeah. Oh yeah.
sometimes it brings out the anger in some people, and you're like, I thought we were
Oh.
just having fun. It's like, all right, I guess we're gonna have to be competitive now. So I guess we'll be a family after this game. After these games are over, but for now, we are enemies. And I will destroy you.
I will break you.
There you go.
Yeah. It
I must break you.
Well, dude, like Mario Party in this house, it's like people draw blood over Mario Party in this house. Like we're big Mario Kart fans as well, but like things get real serious.
Mario Party. Yes.
Because like especially like when someone steals your damn star, I get pissed.
Yeah. Ooh.
I threw an unopened beer at somebody once when they did that.
Wow.
Because I had the beer in my hand, I was like, "You mother!" And I was just shaking, like ah, but it left my hand. So, you know, if it went to court, I'd be like, it wasn't intentional.
Left your hand.
Yeah. It missed, and there was a mess, and I regret that decision. But it's a good story. Also, Captain, in private chat, I linked to the Xbox listing for that game, and there's a version of it. Yeah, there's a version of it. You can get all four, so both games that have the Burnout style racing, and the two versions of the game that are just the crash mode for like $50. That's not horrible.
Ooh, that's really good.
It is, and I'm telling you, I haven't even finished the first one. Like we'll sit and play it for like an hour or two at a time, and then I'll go away from it, and I'll come back to it a few months later, just whenever I'm in the mood, you know.
The biggest part is like, because me and my friend played Burnout for so long, and the biggest part was like you can keep track of, like there was like you can keep track of who won, like who's got first place for that course.
Yep.
So it was like, okay, now I know who now I really have to try and beat you. And
yeah,
so,
I remember there was a day where
wow,
I unexpectedly had to stay home.
I'm reacting to the Olympic ceremony. It started, guys. Sorry.
Don't spoil it.
That is awesome. What an effect.
What bit are you worrying at?
I just the smoke, how it made the flag.
Oh yeah, I saw that. that
on the bridge there. Yeah, that looked awesome.
Yeah,
I've never seen that effect before used, so that was awesome.
I'm not like you said, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just that's it's pretty cool.
Well, it's not like we're giving him the results of the 100 meters or something.
But maybe I want the whole experience.
Okay, sorry.
I could also be a man and just leave and let you guys talk about it.
No.
It's not that big of a deal.
Nah, it really isn't.
All I can see is a load of red smoke. I don't know what
that's what it was. It was red, white, and blue smoke, but when it shot up, it looked like the French flag straight away.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I'm not interested anymore.
Well, I mean, what else are you going to see? Flag. Well, right now I'm staring at a USA flag. I'm not
that interested in that either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
I mean, with where things are right now,
That's a whole other story right there.
Yeah,
I can't believe
that's
that they're
entirely different.
driving the Olympic flame in a river on like a little dinghy boat, like a little tinny,
Yeah,
like aluminium boat.
not as good as when David Beckham went down in a speedboat, went down the Thames. Oh, that's nice though. The water
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
On
really cool
Shantae.
effect.
on Shantae.
I just heard Michael's laughed because I still have the TV on in the next room, so I hear his like just kind of echoed from the living room.
Oh yeah, my life's famous, mate.
I mean, but I see where this budding friendship is going, and I approve. This is good. I mean, when the piss is there, take it. That's what I say.
Yes.
You have to. If you're not going to be a piss taker, like, what's wrong with you?
Well, see, that goes back to you making content.
Fun.
That goes back to you making content. If your laugh is famous,
yeah,
somebody must be watching. That means that's content, and you are.
And imagine some random person watching that sees this stream or somewhere else where Michael laughed like that. And they're like, how do I get more of that? And they're scouring the internet trying to find you, and they can't.
Exactly.
You're breaking someone's heart.
Oh, I hate no. Wow.
You might be that one person that can just lift them up, and they just one little.
Jeez, what are you doing to me?
Hashtag make a difference. Hashtag you wanker.
Yeah, that's a very well used Australian term.
Well, I said it extra American just to piss you off. Wanker.
Yeah, but I reckon I probably used that about 7 times at work today. That term.
I thought you were going to say I had a wank
Referring
about
to
7
one of my
times.
co-workers.
I had a wank about 7 times today.
No,
I believe that.
Different version. That's a different version.
I believe that. Well, that's like there's a word that in this country that you could never say, but everywhere else is ubiquitous. Like you just say it, and it means like, "Hey, that's my friend," kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I love that word personally, and I use it all the time. Thankfully, I have a wife that understands that, and we love that word. But that's a word I would like to take back.
Which one? Wank.
The C word. Americans need to adopt that version of the C word because it should not be the insult that it is purported.
Oh, that's used as a regular word.
I was going to say that you could probably hear a couple of Aussies talking to each other, and you'd probably hear it about 3 or 4 times in the conversation.
Oh, when I'm in a private chat room
referring to someone they don't like, perhaps, yeah.
Well, like honestly, when I'm in a private chat room with a bunch of people that are not from my country, I use that word with just crazy amounts because I can. I love that word. It is one of the most beautiful words in any language.
I don't know. It's a beautiful word. I mean,
it is.
I prefer if you want I prefer fanny when you use that as bum. But I think fanny.
And I think that makes more sense.
Front bum or lady cave.
Front bum.
Cat's lady.
Lady cave. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Is Cat still here, or is she just like?
Oh, she's a
rightfully.
Yeah. Come on now.
Catherine's a warm place.
Her face is not on camera, but she's doing this the whole time.
She's gonna kill us.
That fat guy with the ponytail. I want to punch him.
No, it's all about Salacious.
No comment.
Fair enough. But now I'm rethinking because, obviously I'm going to have this big toy room like we talked about, but my wife's also going to have we call it the lady lair. And now I'm rethinking that.
Oh, lady cave.
No. It's because lady lair's adjacent to that. And I'm going to think of this conversation. I'm going to call it the Lauren Luau because her name's Lauren. I don't know. I got to think of something else now. I've done and cocked this all up, haven't I? We were having a great time, then I had to mention something I shouldn't have mentioned. No, I've ruined it.
No, we talk about fannies all the time, Ed. Mostly Catherine's. Well, Michael does.
I'm surprised Cat's still hanging
Where's
around.
the bus? The bus just got me again.
I just honestly tune you guys out after a while, so
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
in
would
my
you
own little world. I
I
don't pay
figured you're
attention to
probably
you.
listening to music or something in the background.
No,
Oh,
Rafi took over my TV, so I can't listen to music now. So I'm playing it in my head.
Or we talk about cats and knockers because she's got a
Hang,
cracking.
hang
she's
on,
got
hang
a
on.
cr-
Rafi,
she's got a
earmuffs.
she's got a
Earmuffs,
crack,
Rafi.
she's got a cracking rack.
You forgot to say
It's
earmuffs.
worse.
I have a
Oh,
headset in.
Earmuffs, Rafi.
Poor Cat.
Well, it's like my father-in-law remarried and had another kid. So now my brother-in-law is 7 years old. It's so weird. Like they cut last time they came down to visit. I'm like, we're all sitting around, him excluded. He's in the room, but he's not partaking in. We're all having 7 and 7s. And we're having a drink, we're laughing. But there's so many jokes that were about to just come bursting out of my mouth that there were times I physically had to just stop myself from saying because the poor guy's 7 years old.
Yeah.
Has a very sheltered life, and I don't want him to learn about all these things that he's going to have that are going to harden him when he gets older. Not until he gets older.
Yeah.
So we have this.
Start young. Start
Yeah,
young.
that's what the
Start
earmuffs
young.
are for. Earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
Start them young. They got to learn sometime. You know.
Well, the thing is, when he gets to be a teenager, we have this plan. It's this glorious 10-year plan, where before he graduates high school, we're going to teach him the ways of the world, of all the things he's been sheltered from, and let him make his own decisions. Like horror movies and 80s stuff and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they get a lot of education from school these days about the way the world is from their classmates.
No.
And
This
things
is
like
guy.
that kind of
This
ruins
kid is
them in a
this
way.
kid's in private school,
Oh yeah.
and he plays golf.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's all I'm going to say about it. I love the kid to death. I really do. Like he's my own. Like he really is my brother, and I was like, I have a chance to he won't have my last name. It'll be like I never had a son. I have a daughter, and she's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but never had a son. So I was like, oh, this is kind of my opportunity to like make a little badass guy. But it's going to be a challenge. Okay, it's not like he's going to listen to Napalm Death out of the box. I got to wean him into that. Like I can't. Like AC/DC is too heavy for him. Okay, he spends too much time on that damn TikTok, and his.
Well, I
love the AC/DC. Love.
I don't have any kids. Don't ever plan on having any kids, but I have a few nieces and nephews, and I've already deemed a couple of. I have a nephew and a niece. I've deemed. All right, these are the two that I will school in the ways of weird. They're already into anime, so
nice.
That's a good starting point.
You show them the old stuff?
Not yet. Once because they're in Virginia, I'm in
Okay.
Chicago or California, so I'm like, but I'm building them, especially the youngest one. I'm making. She's gonna be my niece project. Like
Okay.
So
when the time comes,
try and get her into some wrestling. Yeah. And then,
But wait till that day when you can show them Akira, right?
Oh,
Akira or like the Ninja
Scroll.
Yeah.
Ninja Scroll. Yeah, the movie, the first movie.
Yes. That's the only Ninja Scroll that exists as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. It's
just like there's only one Transformers movie and that was animated. That's all there is. Yeah.
What is going on here?
But it's funny.
Whoa.
The Olympics are popping off apparently.
I think Bob needs to be what? Whoa,
I'm watching it. Who is
He's
it?
watching
it.
Have you got the feather thing happening?
Is that Lady Gaga?
Yes, I see the feather.
Is that who it is? Oh, it'd have to be, wouldn't it?
I don't know. Yes, it is.
It'd have to be her.
Yeah, they can pull it up, aren't you?
I don't.
Apparently, she's got a penis. I heard.
What?
Wow! I heard that.
No, that's the first. I hadn't heard that, but it is her.
Oh, I
Yeah.
heard-
It's
I
Harley
heard different
Quinn.
things.
Oh, she's the new Harley, isn't she? Oh, I don't know about that.
I have two choices if I want to watch it live. I can watch it on an NBC channel, which is regular old national TV, or on Telemundo 39.
Yeah, I'm just watching my free-to-air network here.
Yeah.
God damn it. There we go.
I'm on NBC.
Yeah, same. Is it Lady Gaga?
It's yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It's the new Harley Quinn.
I like her though.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
she
if you
going to
like-
be able to do Harley Quinn? Do you
If
reckon
you like
she'll...
chicks with dicks,
I don't
Did
know.
they actually? Or wait, did they actually cast her as that?
Yeah.
And what?
The sequel to the Joker,
Yeah.
Oh,
the one that's supposed to be like a musical.
musical. Yeah. Look.
It makes sense. She can sing, so you know.
Well, if you the thing is, if you look at A Star Is Born, which is her more or less her acting debut.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she was real. She's a really good actor, more than you would think. You know, because a lot of people you can do like one or two
surprised a
things.
lot of people. That surprised me.
Oh yeah.
That really did. I didn't realize that she had it in her. Basically, yeah.
Oh, and that movie, like I hate watching it because it is so sad, but it's such a good story.
Yeah.
And so, do I think she can pull off Harley Quinn? Yes. Do I think the voice is going to change? Yeah. I don't know if she's going to nail the voice because you got Margot Robbie as the first person to play it, who was pitch perfect.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's going to be hard to go from Margot Robbie to this.
Well, on the same token, though, you've got Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. It's not the same Joker, so she doesn't have to be the same Harley Quinn. So I think that kind of creative liberty.
I'm just like, why does it have to be a musical? Like, I understand she can sing, but like, why music? Like,
I think it's because of Joaquin Phoenix. He's got this whole like love relationship. Like, remember, he did that whole fake hip hop thing he was doing with that one movie. Like all the press he did was like super crazy weird. Like this is all his doing, and then they cast her because of that. It's his fault. Yeah. It's not her fault.
Well, I'm not blaming. I wasn't blaming her in the least.
Okay.
I'm like,
fair enough.
I felt like she's perfect for the role, but just the movie as a whole.
Well, then again, we also don't know what kind of music it is.
On a few pounds. I don't know.
Hey, I like it. I like him a little thicker. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I like a bit of meat.
Yeah.
A little bit of meat.
But like, look at like Repo the Genetic Opera, and that's a musical, but it's all like post-punk industrial kind of stuff. It's not like it's not show tunes, which I do like a good show tune. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it's like multi-genre or something. Like it could be surprises.
Well,
because
have you not seen the trailer? It's pretty good.
I don't watch trailers because I like the movie not to be spoiled for me because the marketing people in Hollywood now spoil every fuck thing.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's true.
Well, like I managed to be completely unspoiled for Godzilla X Kong. Finally saw it, loved it. Not the best movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it was fun.
It was just a fun movie. Just a fun movie.
Hang on. Cat will be off mute any second now.
But
blasphemy.
Hashtag Ice Dragons.
But I felt the same way about the first Joker movie before I saw it. I was curious, like, why are they doing this? And then I saw it and I was like, okay.
It's a cool take on the character, but it's definitely like it's like Elseworlds. It's like it's very much over here.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It doesn't have to be anything.
Now, this opening ceremony, Michael, would be better if they had to come down the Seine in their national boat.
Now, that would have been... You know, I've been trying not to laugh because there's been like all the different countries are coming down in boats, and like some are on like these tiny little boats waving their flag, and then there's a big large boat that comes down the river. I'm waiting to see what the USA comes down in.
Oh, they're going to
They'll
have
probably
50
come
caliber
down
machine guns mounted on
on
that
an
sumbitch.
aircraft carrier or something. Will they be able to
Yeah.
get that sucker down the?
And
Ours
they're
is
like
gonna be
all of them are drinking straight from the keg. Ah!
ours is gonna be the ones that destroy all the bridges as they go through. They're gonna be
Yeah, right.
I was going to say.
either that or it's gonna take up like half the river. It's gonna be that
Well,
long.
I mean, that's a pretty big boat for Belgium, so that you know.
So when I watch like this kind of thing with these slow boats going by and everything, I try to zone in on the one person who just doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
or is clueless. Like, and then I just fixate on that and I laugh my ass off. You know,
Yeah,
and I've seen a few of them so far.
The
Nothing
person
like
doing the stupid thing in the background. Yeah.
yeah. And that's where I use the rewind button all the time because I'll sit there, especially if I'm under the influence of something. I will just laugh hysterically like a hyena and just keep rewinding it over and over again. Like when I am at a loss of what to watch, I watch marathons of fail videos. I love watching people just eat it. Just falling off bikes and falling downstairs and doing stupid crap. So the Olympics are like that on steroids. No pun intended. Allegedly, you know. But
well, that's one way of doing it. Now they've got one team. We've got three teams on the one boat.
There's three athletes. They got 3 athletes.
Have a look at Bermuda's uniform. The blokes. They got the
it's one of the humanoids from Black Hole.
Man salmon shorts. Have a look at him. Wow.
They're normally in their Bermuda shorts, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh my God, was that Aquaman on the back there? It looked like Aquaman on the back of the boat for that team.
Yeah.
What is going on now? What is this?
This is a tribute to Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
What is with all the pink butt?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I saw it before you guys did. Did you see the humanoid from Black Hole in the front of that crowd?
Yeah, what was that? Like, what? I don't know.
The mirror face? Yeah. I don't know what that's about.
Have a look at this, a little wooden boat.
Yeah, that one was what I was talking about, Last Crusade. I'm a few seconds ahead of you.
Apparently, the pink bit is about the women of Paris.
Oh, okay.
Like
see, when you looked at that one boat that had like 3 countries on one boat, I wasn't looking at Aquaman. I wasn't looking at anything else except like, ooh, look at all those great surround speakers on that boat. I want a boat like that. What an American thing to do.
Pretty choppy, isn't it? The boat's bouncing up and down.
Oh wow!
Wow, the pink, the fuck.
Okay, now we have two countries for one flag: Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're even sharing a flag.
I'm at Brazil.
Jeez, I bet you she's popular.
Brazil's like packed in there.
One girl with all those guys on the back of the boat there.
The Botswana, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna see that as a thumbnail on Pornhub later. The Olympians, you know.
Well, there's your Black Hole guy again.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like Assassin's Creed or something.
Wow.
Sure.
He's doing hardcore parkour.
Well, it started in Paris, didn't it? Parkour.
Okay, now I'm on Brazil.
I think that's its origin. I think that's where it started.
I gotta stop meddling with this.
Oh wow. This has like 5 countries on it? 4 or 5 countries? Bulgaria.
Wow,
the costume design for this should either be applauded or fired. I can't figure out which.
In regards to, what the pink costuming.
Well, the parkour.
Every country chooses their own uniforms, so
and that's fine.
We got Snoop Dogg now.
What? Who knew?
Yeah, I got to pause this and watch this later because my wife's gonna she's gonna laugh so hard at something.
Well, what's going on here? Here he is, Assassin's Creed. He's on top of the building. Watch out!
Well, folks, it has been a lot of fun, but I definitely will want to sit down and watch the Olympics with her. I got to get her up and get some
Yeah,
coffee.
no worries. Probably time to end the stream. We've been going three and a half hours, so good time to end it.
Well, I mean, marathon it. Who cares?
Yeah, well, we're back tonight anyway for the opening episode of Fingered by Rum. In fact, just to whet the appetite, this is what you're gonna get a little bit. This is just the opening. In fact, we'll end with the opening of the episode that's starting tonight, midnight UK, which is midnight UK is
a different time in other places. Look it up.
5 hours behind. Yeah, it is exactly whatever that is. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to play you out with the latest, the official theme track to the new series of Fingered by Rum. You can only come on if you've got a finger puppet. So it's an open stream. There's 3 acts. Act 1 is having a fiddle. Act 2 is sliding it in, and Act 3 is pulling it out.
You're not even trying anymore.
And
anymore. We tried before.
Here is the official intro, which we're gonna outro with.
All right. Well,
thanks for watching, everybody.
Nice to meet you, Jim. I've never met you before, and good to see you again, Nate.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Cheers.
Good to see you, Mike.
Bye,
Cat.
Bye, Cat.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye, Cat.
I want you to slide 2 fingers straight up my.
Do you want to get fingered?
Finger me, finger me, finger me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Rum. I want you to slide 2 fingers straight up my.
Do you want to get
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Rum. I want you to slide 2 fingers straight up my.
Do you want to get
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Rum.
You wanna get fingered?
I want you to slide 2 fingers straight up my.
Do you want to get fingered?
Finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by
Finger me, stick it in me.
Fingered by